Hello, everybody, and welcome back to some Phandelver and
That
Below.
was the most scuffed countdown I've ever heard in my
The
life.
Shattered
I didn't even
Obelisk.
hear one.
I gave him a weird countdown. It wasn't timed very good. Thanks for joining us tonight. This is episode 27, I believe, of venturing through this big old campaign we're a part of. We are down a guy tonight. We have no Wesley.
It was right there.
We have a substitute.
Stop hitting him.
Wow.
Shepard will be the Wesley tonight. I'm just going to give you all a heads up. Shepard will be taking a back seat as Wesley, so he'll only be speaking if spoken to. He's not going to comment on stuff or suggest anything.
What is that?
He's so lazy.
So that way, he's trying to keep the character to himself as much as possible.
Okay.
So now you know. It's been a bit since we've had. It feels like it's been a long time since we've actually had you three specifically here. Because I think you maybe missed one or two at some point.
November 1st,
That's how long it's been. It's been a minute.
since the three of us have been here, because the next session after that was December 13th, which he was gone.
And we had Wesley here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's been even longer since it's been all of us.
Wow. Maybe 2 weeks from now we'll have all four once again. And we're gonna need it too because we'll talk about that afterwards. I want to play
I'll fight
D&D.
you.
I want to play some D&D. I want someone to tell me what happened last time if you can. It's been a while. If you can't, that's fine. I can take care of it. But if you can, you should.
All right. I'll try.
You want to give it a shot?
It's all from memory. I have no notes.
Let's see. I think you table one. No, you're
I'm table two.
You're table two. Spotlight's on you, buddy. Music will kick in a second. You do what you do.
Okay, so the session started off at the Eatermath Orchard. I believe some training was afoot, and everybody else was kind of spectating for the most part. You two were talking to each other about something. I don't think it's super important, integral to the story, maybe, unless you know otherwise. Anyways,
Who's talking to each other?
these two.
Oh, they're weird. I doubt it.
Yeah.
It's just some weird stuff.
Yeah, because the Shepherd was playing Wedge last time.
Yeah.
And we're basically in the midst of our city downtime, and we were trying to figure out the best way to get our hands on this beautiful stone, magnificent stone. This is the best stone you've ever seen.
At best.
Nothing like it. But it seemed as though Hollia Thornton. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. They might caught that.
Did
one.
I say that out loud? Seems to have some idea of its value, or at least assumes it has some sort of value because it was holding it pretty close to the chest. So we tried to go in and barter for it regularly. That did not really go as planned. She hit us with we got multiple bidders. Okay, well, we had to go talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
They decided they were going to try and forge a map to the Wave Echo Caverns
Brilliant.
to trade for this stone. Ultimately, we decided that probably was not... Well, you didn't decide it. The rest of us decided it wasn't the best idea. It was not safe. Was not safe because she had some real mean-mugging people in that room that were also angling to get the stone. So we had to just kind of back out of the deal. But we told her we'd come back after we thought about it.
I think you thought about it and came with an insane plan.
Yes. Well, so we did, and then we basically told her that we weren't going to be able to buy it.
Uh-huh.
And so we wanted to see who was buying it. We were under the impression that it was some gnome. And as far as we know, that's the case. I'm starting to think less likely, though. We basically tried to stake out the Hollia's place of employment just to see if there was any gnomes of interest going in and out of the building. But we couldn't just be ourselves. We couldn't just be us. So We hid in the bushes, and Tonk, I used my... I'm very good with face paint and makeup, disguises, if you will. I'm a performer. You know, I've done my fair share of performances.
Mm-hmm.
So we thought, what would be the least hostile-looking thing that we could set up kind of out there, and maybe not draw too much attention? Sad clown. Sad clown. So we turned him into a very frowny, sad clown. Did we put big shoes on you?
No.
No, we should have. That was a missed opportunity.
Probably why it didn't work.
That's probably why it didn't work. Spoilers, it didn't work. And we ended up seeing Alpert leave this place, but we paid no mind to it, or they paid no mind to it because I had gone off to do something.
I think you were in a bush.
They were in the bushes. He was in the bush.
He was in the bush.
I was in the bush too, but I was going back to the tavern. I was keeping him fed or
Fueled with ale.
with ale.
That's right.
Yeah. So I left, and I came back, and I saw Albert walking the other way, and just kind of gave him the little ugly
Give
eye,
him a little guffaw.
little stink look, and made it back. And they're like, "Oh yeah, we saw Albert leave the place." What? Turned around, like booked it down the street. Couldn't see this man anywhere. Could not see any sign of him. Was asking people if they saw anybody looking really sad in dark clothing walking around, and nobody could point to anything except somebody said they saw a sad clown down the road.
Yep.
It's the wrong sad person. Now I'm sad too. I go further down, all the way to the edge of town. I don't see anybody anywhere, and go back. We kind of talk through it and pretty much come to the conclusion that that asshole probably walked away with that stone, and there was no gnome, or if there was, it was your brother, cousin, something, a relative of yours that also is vying for the same position that you are within the fulcrum.
Yeah.
And it's not out of the realm of possibility that he would have hired Albert to go make the pickup for him, and of course we did not consider that beforehand. So I went back and got super drunk and went to bed. And I'm not sure what y'all did.
I think we just all went to bed at that point.
I think you did, unless someone says otherwise. We just bowed out for the evening.
Shepard?
Mission failed.
Anything?
Oh, looks like he's got nothing either. Looks same.
So
Yeah.
stoic.
And that's pretty much what I got in my mind bank.
Okay, that's what I remember too. And that's what I have some notes of. So yeah, you have your inspiration. Good job.
Thank you.
Good job holding on to that. It has been a month since that, so I'm proud of you. Good work.
Thank you.
All right. So I suppose we will start with day 5, right? That's where we're at now. Your bed arrangements are the same. It is Wedge and Wesley, Tonkin Flynn, I believe it was, correct?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
as is tradition.
In adjacent rooms.
Let's get the map pulled up so we can see the town we are in. There's Phandelver. Any second now, it pop up. It's up there. I don't know why it's not popping up here.
Are you on Salt Marsh?
No. I'm on. Yeah, I'm on Obelisk. Whatever. We'll get to it in a minute.
No, on the deck.
Oh yeah. Okay, but what are you guys doing? You wake up in the morning. You're probably hungry. Everyone wakes up. Sun's cracking through your windows. If you have those, if not, you know it's daytime because that's what your body's schedule set for. You wake up when light comes. What do you do?
Do what I've been doing for the last 5 days. Grab a quick bite to eat and head to the orchard.
It's not set up.
Oh crap! I didn't full screen it. You're right.
Which means you're probably not. Oh well, no, you're sure. Never mind.
No.
You gotta close the little chat.
The no UI.
Yeah.
There we go. My dog's doing.
No, you.
that. Do that.
Boom. There it is.
Oh, that fixed it. Hell yeah. Good job. Double inspiration for no. I'm
It's still-
sorry. Just one. But I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
What do we do?
Well, I will. I'm assuming you're still snoring.
Oh, yeah. If there's no light coming through, Tonk would still be sleeping.
I don't remember if I put a window in y'all's room or not. So if you want to
We
keep
have
sleeping,
one.
you
We have
can.
one.
Yeah.
Lights beaming on your
Well,
face.
close are there curtains? For fuck's sake.
They just the shitty curtains, very dim or thin.
It's just like that cheap toilet paper hanging in front of the window.
Yeah, the kind you got to get like 3 of them to equal one actual sheet. Yeah, that type of toilet paper.
Okay.
COVID toilet paper.
We need to. It is. We need to speak with the management about this curtain situation. This is abysmal. You know what? Maybe we could get you one of those sleeping masks. You put it over your eyes. It's like curtains for your eyeballs.
Normally my eyes are shut enough, but we decided to get a room that faces where the sun rises.
I don't know why you decided to do that, but here we are.
We can ask for a room on the other side of the hallway.
But then we'd be next to them.
Or next to us.
I thought you were across the hall.
No, side by side.
Oh, well then maybe that's a great idea. I'll like kung 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 on the wall.
What?
You awake?
Yes.
Were you about to lie to me?
Yes.
What are we doing today? Breakfast?
Training.
He's got training. Are we eating something first before we go watch you get your ass kicked?
I get a quick sandwich or something. And then on the way, Darren doesn't like for me to be late.
All right, well. Wait, what are you doing today?
Same thing we do every day, Pinky. Take over the world.
I'm going to take a strut about town and see if I can find that mopey bastard who has our stone.
Wesley, what do you have planned for today?
Gee, I guess I'll just stick with you, Mr. Wedge.
All right.
That's good. That's good.
You sure about that?
Yeah, I might check on Sister Grail, but I'm gonna stick with you first.
Okay.
I'll get up and kind of get myself together, put my hat on, and I'll head downstairs.
So the way I'm gonna treat this, unless you guys want to do it a different way, because we've been through this before, I'm going to fast forward through this day and have you sum up what you actually do for this day. Unless you were seeking information specifically or looking for some specific person, or maybe questioning people, that will roleplay that out. Otherwise, I just need to know what your daily thing is. And then we'll move through day 5. And then maybe day 6, 7, 8, and 9. So,
I would, in no particular order, speak with Mr. Stonehill, the owner, and ask about any particular opportunities to perform in the evenings for a little extra coin, not from him, but from patrons. And I would do the same over at the Sleeping Giant.
at both places.
I would go speak with a Wheel of Fortune and see if that's something that they would be interested in as well. I'm trying to put myself in some fairly populated areas to kind of get eyes on the most amount of people and see if I can find, Alfred. I would also, I would swing over to Barthen's Provisions at some point and speak with the person there, and I would ask them, and if I need to bribe them, I will.
Okay.
if they see either of those two people, to let me know. Like, I'll come back. Like, they don't have to find me, but I'll go back and kind of ask them. But I would like for them to find out, just make small talk, see if they know can figure out where they're staying.
I bought these provisions.
I would do the same with anybody that, like, I would do the same with Wheel of Fortune, and I'd say I think there's been like one main tavern keep or something at Stonehill that's served us most of the time.
It's a dwarf lady, really brash.
Yeah.
Challenged someone to a drinking contest.
Well, that was the Sleeping Giant
Oh, you mean at the Stonehill?
at the Stonehill.
You mean the dwarven waitress lady?
Yeah.
I forget her name too, but I can find her. Let's see.
I would offer her the same deal.
I have her name somewhere. I'll find it. But okay, I got you.
And that would be kind of the gist of it.
Tonk, what about you?
Honk would be a depressed drunk for the next 5 days because he didn't get his stone.
5 days. Okay.
Right? 1 day 5.
No, that's accurate.
So yes, I would be drunk, just drinking all day, going to every one of his concerts, and then closer to the end of the days, I would start talking about how I'm getting anxious and need to cut someone's head off.
Okay. All right.
Wedge would continue his morning training sessions with Darren, and then on the walk back would look for any kind of flowers or whatever for making potions if it's available. If not, whatever.
Only in town?
Yeah,
Are you
not
leaving
going
town at all?
No, not going. Just like taking the scenic route, but still in town.
Okay.
Just hopefully finding something, but just kind of looking. And then in the afternoons, tinkering on stuff.
All right. So to sum up what happens with you all then. We'll start with Wedge. Wedge, you go to your training session as usual. It's as tough as usual. Darren is definitely showing his more prowess as he did before. If you remember, he's able to split himself into two warriors, come at you fast, disarm you, all that type of business. But you're getting the hang of things, so you're still training. And make a survival check as well. It's going to be really difficult since we're staying in town. I'll tell you the results of that in a minute. Tonk,
Yes.
you drink and are depressed.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much the gist of it.
Success.
You stay in town, you stay at the Stonehill, I'm assuming, and drink. You don't go to the Sleeping Giant, or
No, I'd wherever he's playing.
wherever he's playing, you go and
I would
just
go.
drink.
Yeah, I would go to the orchard. I would take ale.
Are you verbose during this, or are you just silently drinking?
If the crowd starts getting rowdy, like if a fight starts breaking out, Honk's interjecting no matter what.
So, since we're on day 5, can I go ahead and say I finished the thing I was making for Tom?
Yeah.
All right.
5
So,
days.
I don't know if you guys remember, the last time I was here, I paid for 2 mugs, beer mugs, and I was wanting to craft you a beer helmet so that you could drink with 2 mugs on your head.
That may cure your depression.
Oh,
So if you accepted the last 5 days at town, you were walking around with a hat with 2 big beer mugs on the side of you with straws coming down.
yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
So
That'll be the end of today. You'll be
Okay.
done with that. All right, so he's working on that. Last, Flynn. So a couple things with you. So you talk with, we'll call him Mr. Stonehill. I think his name is
Toblin?
Toblin Stonehill. Yeah, Toblin Stonehill. And he seems very keen on the idea of you playing. More entertainment means more business, and everyone wins in the end. Make a little money, he makes a little money, good stuff. You're able to strike a deal with him. He's willing to pay you up to 4 gold a day, depending on how well you do. You also browse around town, start asking about a very depressed man wearing a black overcoat, looking angry.
And I want to emphasize, he looks like the saddest person you've ever seen.
Going back and forth between Barthen's Provisions and the Sleeping Giant. Sleeping Giant also, you request to perform there, but her name. I think Griselda. something
Griselda.
like that. She's not keen on the idea of any performers right now, frankly, because she seems a little stingy with her coin. So she, back her off. I'll figure it out later or something like. She didn't sound too interested in it. But everyone you talk to doesn't say they've seen this angsty person anytime recently. They have said they've seen someone who fits that description within the past few days, but nothing recent.
I would also, and I just thought of this, I would also have asked him to draw his best picture of him.
Would you do that with your calligraphy tools? Or?
Yeah. I would do it like after the training in the evening. Kind of like what I did with his.
Make a performance check. Or we could do sleight of hand if it's bad enough.
1.
No, we're not doing sleight of hand. So he draws a picture.
Look, I'll draw right now. So.
It's like a shapes more than an actual person. Yeah, it's not.
It's abstract.
That's great. I'm sure we'll be able to pick him out very quickly.
It's one of those where like you have to put your nose to it and squint, and you're like, oh, that's him.
Thank you.
Same information, though. Nothing different.
No.
You make a performance check.
Uh, 15.
Okay, you do really well for the evening. You get not everyone's not like clanking mugs and shouting and screaming with you and having a good time like that, but everyone's enjoying themselves. You earn 3 gold for the evening,
Hey.
and you're there for it too, Tonk.
Good encore.
And if you want to, you can. Do you want to roleplay giving him this helmet, or you just want him to have it?
I'll just give it to him like in the morning.
Oh, in the morning?
Yeah, like on the way out, like when we're eating breakfast, just kind of present to it like, here, Tonks, because I'm in a hurry. Like, Tonks, I got you this. You seem kind of sad. Hopefully this makes you feel better.
What? Hey, what do I?
You just put it on top,
Uh-huh.
and then I'm assuming since he's at the table, he's already got 2 mugs of ale, and I'll fill it up, and then you can just...
Is that in the morning or the same day? Like, still day 5?
The morning of day
6?
No, 6, yeah.
Okay, then hold off on that, because one more thing happens on day 5.
Oh, okay.
You all are together in the evening at the Stonehill Inn. Mr. Flynn just finished performing. You saw him get paid. It's a fairly good job. As you're sitting at your table, someone walks in who seems new. You have not seen this person. They look like they might not be from around here. Let me show you what they look like. This lady walks in. She has a whole bunch of scrolls on her back, some books. Looks like a little dwarven lady. Looks like she might be the more studious type.
Hold on.
I'm holding.
That's Elsa?
Oh, that's the name of the dwarf bartender you guys have hung out with there. Nope, that's not Elsa.
When?
I think that's actually her name. How ironic.
You mentioned her like session 1, that she's like the bartender's sister or something.
This young female dwarf walks in.
Was it right?
And Elsa shouts, "Gwen, you made it! Oh, welcome!" And goes for a big hug, and they hug. And she's like, "I did. It's good to see you, sister. Good to see you." So, and then they start talking back and forth a little bit. And if you guys are listening in, they're not being quiet about the conversation. She asks, Elsa asks, like, "I'm glad you visited. You're here to you hang out with family and whatnot. Any sightseeing you're doing?" And she mentions being curious about ruins and surrounding civilization around Phandelver itself, and seeing if she could stay at the inn to maybe have a place to study up on that and whatnot. To which you see Elsa happily go ask Toblin if that can happen, and of course, he's not going to say no, right? Who would it be?
Right.
So all that happens. You guys can interact that if you want, or I'm going to go ahead and say you go to bed otherwise.
I would be interested to speak with Gwen, but I'm not going to. She just got here. I'm not going to burden her with that.
Leave her be for now?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would take interest in it that she has a bunch of scrolls and stuff, but it's another like talk to her later.
Okay. In that case, you guys all retire back to your rooms to end day 5 and get some sleep. Day 6, same routine, I'm assuming, or something different?
Same thing.
Same thing.
Okay.
Same thing.
Did you make a survival check earlier? Did you tell me what you got?
No, I did not tell you what I got, but I got a 5.
Okay, cool. So today, I need you to make a survival check, you to make a performance check. Tonk, you have a beer helmet now.
Oh.
And I
Oh,
same thing I had said before. True for this morning.
And Wesley's just been following you around this whole time. Looks like he's just being puppy dog mode with you. Hadn't done anything else.
You seem sad, Wesley. You've been very quiet past day.
Oh, no, just trying to, stick with you and learn as much as I can.
Okay. Come on, let's go then.
So you guys go train, and you search for flowers at some point. Are you still depressed?
no, I'm. Yeah.
Deeper
I'm
every day.
I'm still.
On the way back from training, I would like to send a letter off, and I'll get with you about what
I think I know what it's about, but okay, I got you.
Yeah. I've got a little grin on my face because of the ale helmet.
Mhm.
But I'm still pretty upset I didn't get my stone.
Okay, understandable. Just out of curiosity, did you guys go and talk to Halia after all that?
No.
So she may still have the stone, as far as you know, right?
Why would you mention that?
Yeah, I don't.
Why? Let him be a happy,
I would.
pressed drunk.
I would assume that it's gone.
That might be good roleplay, but you know what? If you want to fast forward a bit and just keep it moving, she doesn't have the stone. She does not have the
I
stone.
wouldn't think she.
When you ask about a price, she mentioned something that there's no way you could afford. She's smug about it. She's like, you couldn't make it.
could go kill her.
That's an option. If you want to do that, you gotta let me know though for the day. But Flynn, I need you to make a performance check for me.
27.
Okay, you're getting your 4 gold today. You get 4 gold. Awesome performance. Amazing
I
performance.
bust out a new solo that I've been working on all week.
Was that a crit by chance?
No.
Okay, just 4 gold. 4 gold done. You don't get any new information about Alpert, especially with your drawing. No one.
I wouldn't have shown it to anyone.
You kept it yourself.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so no new information
Burnt
there.
it.
I don't know what happened to it.
And that's it for day 6. We're gonna go to day
want my
7.
survival
unless- Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Got an 18 plus 2, so 20.
a 20. Okay, that's actually good enough. While browsing around town, you should get to be a lot more thorough, checking under the steps of that go into some places and back in some maybe where some cows are pooping and stuff, just weird spots you wouldn't normally look. And you find a few pristine red herbs that look like they could be used to concoct a potion of some sort.
All right.
Let's say you found 2 of them.
2 red herbs.
Probably found somebody's hidden stash that they were growing.
In someone's backyard, just took them.
Yeah.
Just took them, didn't even ask.
Right out of their pots.
Hey, look.
Ooh.
They left it outside.
It looks like if you had a total of 4 of these, you might be able to make something with them.
Okay.
Okay,
And that's day 6.
that was day 6. Day 7, same stuff. Survival check again. Performance check again. Make money, get herb. Depression, you pass.
Yes.
Let's see.
Non-natural 20.
I'll get you 4 gold again.
Non-natural 13.
You find no herbs today. And no new Albert news.
Can you pull up the map again?
I can. That is back on the main page.
Get the one off the back of her back.
There you go. Oh, I guess I should say, you guys see kind of how Gundren is set up, and he's been trying to get all this stuff
They
together.
all sound alike.
Her name was Gwen, actually, right? It was Gwen.
Yeah,
I think it was
Gwen.
Gwen Orsel.
Stefani.
But Gwen is also set up in another corner, a much smaller table. Looks like it might seat like 2 more people, going over some scrolls and whatnot. She used to be taking a lot of notes and writing a lot of stuff down.
I'd go. What is it? Daytime? Is it night?
We'll say it's after you've been performing.
Okay. I'll be right back, everyone. Taking a little bit of a break, and I'll step down. I'll turn the PA music back up. I'll go over to the table and kind of tip my hat a little bit. Excuse me. I couldn't help but notice a new face in the tavern this evening.
Oh, hello. I'm not from around here. I am visiting my sister. Pleasure. And she sets down a book she had in her hands and holds out her hand. Gwen Orson.
Yep, I shake the hand. So you're, Elsa's little sister, big sister, little sister.
A big sister in this case.
Where are you in from?
I actually hail from Neverwinter.
That's where we came from.
Oh,
Maybe we've passed each other in the streets sometime.
if you've been in the libraries, you've likely seen me.
Apologies. My name is Flynn Elgrad.
Ooh, quite the performance you had there, Flynn.
Ah, much appreciated. What brings you here, just to visit your sister? It seems like you have quite the setup here.
Aye, it is to visit Elsa. You know, seeing family's good, but that's... She looks to see if Elsa's nearby. Not the main reason, if I'm being honest. There's a lot of history around these parts. Strangely, a lot of goblin history, which I happen to be a specialist of. So I figured I'd come kind of survey the land a bit, fill out some notes, see if anything else interesting's out here.
Oh, well, it seems that indeed you have come to the right place, because this place is fucking lousy with them. They're everywhere.
That makes sense. There's a lot of different tribes that frequent this area.
Yeah,
I think
including
now
those
is the
big fat-headed ones.
fat-headed ones.
Yeah, fathead goblins.
I suppose they do all have large heads.
No bigger than that.
Can you explain it?
Sure, I would love to. I'll tell you what. Why don't you come join me and my companions for a drink a little later this evening at our table over there, and we'd be happy to tell you everything.
What about right now?
Well, I have a few more songs to play.
Oh, I see. I didn't mean to.
Got to earn my coin.
I think you will, with what I've heard so far.
Ah, so kind.
Oh well, let me know when you're ready. I'll be right here. I'm just drawing out the, or I should say, updating the region maps I have.
Very good. All right, well, I'll leave you to it. I'll go back and... What are y'all doing? I mean, you're drinking.
Slamming them back.
Are you at our table?
Oh, yeah.
I'm tinkering on a tiny backpack-looking thing.
At the table?
Yeah.
Okay. What's Wesley doing?
What you doing?
You said what are you doing, Wedge?
Tinkering on a little backpack.
Wesley's inserting himself to your tinkering as you do that.
Yeah, I'm yelling at him like, hold the light still. Here. But in a very nice
Sorry,
way.
Mr. Ravenden. Right there. I have it.
To the left.
Would you like more hands? I can bring out more hands.
Not the rat hands. Don't need rat hands.
I'll go back over to everybody and say, well, I've got a few more songs to play, but I did have a short conversation with our new dwarven friend over there with all the scrolls and maps. Turns out she's here looking into goblin ancestries or some bullshit. I told her we've...
Like, are goblin things?
I think I mentioned it. It seemed new to her. So, I invited her to join our table once I finish up here, and we can maybe share our information. Maybe we'll figure out something new that we don't know, and we can help her learn something in the process.
All right. And with my hands kind of stuck in place because of tinkering, I'm going to ask Wesley to mother me. And I want to suckle at her teeth to get some ale.
Yeah, he doesn't hesitate. That rat crawls right on his shoulder in the middle of the tavern.
Does his mugs need refilling?
No.
Probably. But while I'm doing this, I kind of want to make awkward eye contact with him. Like,
Oh no.
How much have I drank today?
No.
Are you back at your table? Are you playing right now, Flynn?
Yeah, I would have gone. Yeah, I mean, just kind of fast forwarding, I guess.
About, let's say like 30 minutes. 30 minutes playing. Until you head back to your table. As soon as you sit back down, she just scoops up her thing. She's like holding them outward. And just with a beaming, just He just comes walking up to your table and just sprawls them out. Says, "Oh, they're so heavy when they're not in the pack." Oh, and she pulls up a little chair and just scoots and sits on it.
All right. First of all, guys, introduce yourselves.
Wedge. This
Hi,
name's
Wedge.
Wesley.
Hi,
He's being
Wesley.
shy today.
Don't talk.
Hi, Tonk. You look
Oh.
like you drink a lot.
You have no idea.
I've been drinking some today.
Nothing wrong with that.
Oh, see?
Do you like his helmet?
I don't know what fashion that is.
I grab one of the ales on the table and I.
Oh, how convenient.
You just see them both kind of go all the way down.
We'll have you make a Constitution saving throw today, Tonk.
Oh, uh-oh.
We've been drinking a little extra hard lately.
Now I have cirrhosis of the
Oh.
I was
liver.
gonna say, roll for cirrhosis.
Non-natural 20. I'm a champ.
Yeah, you feeling like you want how you want to feel right now without any repercussions. Good to go.
Feel greatly depressed.
The dwarf lady introduced herself as Gwen Orsong to you both and Wesley.
Why don't you tell us what information you've been able to gather so far?
Well, not too much, if I'm being honest. I mainly am updating the route here. So I took the Triboard Trail, was left alone mostly, which I heard is kind of rare, so that's good. Other than that, I haven't really been to any other places yet, but I plan on getting out there soon. Just kind of getting my bearings for now.
I'll start to pull out like the map and everything that I have, and in the process, I'll say, you say that you are studying the different goblin tribes.
I am. I have a keen insight to past empires that used to reign around here. You look like the more haggard, adventurous type. Surely you've engaged some of the tribes, perhaps the Sawplees?
The
You want to solve?
The what now?
The Sawplees tribe, or maybe the Weetugs? What?
The we.
Why is everyone laughing suddenly?
They all belong to the same tribe now, which is Death.
Death
ones-
tribe. They don't name themselves typically so on the nose.
No, we
But
gave
why
it,
do
we
they?
gave it to them.
Why do they name themselves? Do they usually have?
Well, they come up typically with whatever their. Goblins are more of a follower species. They either have a much larger goblin that leads them, or a different species altogether. A bugbear, a hobgoblin, it could be whoever. A human. It really
we-
depends.
Can we circle back to the tug group?
The Weetugs.
Yeah. How did they get their names?
Those come from a long time ago, before the Sawplees even. They were very grabby, if history dictates correctly.
Oh, okay. That's all I needed to know.
That seems to have cheered you up a bit.
Yeah,
I am a little bit in a better mood than I was this morning.
it's understandable. My son went through that phase too.
Let me ask.
Sounds like a goblin?
No, just, doing what comes natural.
I don't understand, but what were you saying?
Are you familiar with a castle not far north of here, the Cragmaw Castle?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay. Well, there was
Cragmaw,
one.
That's another tribe name, though.
It was lousy with goblins. Was being the key indicator there. So, needless to say, there
They have their own castle. That's impressive.
it had
Wasn't- yeah,
past tense.
not much of a castle anymore. More
It's
like
mostly
ruins.
rubble. Yeah. There was rubble before we got there, just to be clear.
Did you have something to do with this?
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Well,
Wow.
I mean, it was already rubble when we got there.
Well, not the castle, the goblins being dead. We did all of that.
So you wiped out the Cragmaw tribe?
I think some got away.
I think.
They chose to leave.
She takes out a quill and immediately begins scribbling. Uh-huh. And how many did you take out by chance? Or do you know how many were there? Who was
15.
leading them?
16.
Oh, Glassstaff.
Yeah, Glassstaff. He was. Well, no, he wasn't leading them. There was
He was just there.
A bugbear that was leading
There was a
right?
bugbear.
Mm.
Yeah.
Bugbear, that makes sense.
Clarg.
Bugbear.
Clarg was his name.
Went by Clarg. That's bugbears are always simple names.
I
There's
know.
a
It's like a sound
doppelganger
more than a
there,
name.
too.
Yeah, but again, really had nothing to do with the goblins.
True. They were there on trading for the map.
Or something. Yeah, they were. It's all a little foggy, to be quite honest. But yeah, we probably killed about 15, I would say.
Each.
At least 10 in that one room alone. We set them all on fire.
Yes, you could put that in your notes. Goblins are not immune to fire.
They are quite flammable, especially if you douse them in flammable liquid first.
They do have standard flesh, so I don't think that's noteworthy. I think that's a standard.
What may be more noteworthy is that upon approaching this castle, we came across an area that was, what was it, kind of swirling green magic.
By a wagon, right?
By the wagon, this wagon, and there were footsteps that looked like it went in and out and just disappeared from this energy. And shortly after we found this energy, it just up and disappeared.
Perhaps a shaman? Goblin shaman? Did you run into any with weird staffs with skulls on it, or...
Yes,
Or-
he died too.
Oh, well, it sounds like a goblin
That's the
shaman.
one you electrocuted, right?
No, we're getting to that one.
Okay.
I don't remember any skull staffs, but
They tend to have just weird, dead things, like a snake wrapped around a stick with a skull on top. Shamanistic things, but you... Okay.
nope. More oddly, I was saying something earlier about the Fathead tribe.
This sounds like a human given name, but no, the Fathead tribe. I may have notes about that somewhere, but go ahead.
They were, their heads are just quite large, and some of them had the crystal sticking out of it. Yeah.
Yep.
We fought one.
You saw a goblin with a crystal sticking out of its head?
Yes, they seemed a little nastier than your average goblin. Really didn't give us much of a choice to speak with it, so I electrocuted it until it turned into dust.
So just to be clear, are you trying to deceive right now? Because you saw a drawing of a goblin with a crystal in its head, but you have not
We
fought
fought
it.
one, right?
Not with a crystal in its head.
We fought the big fathead one then?
You did.
Okay, then that's... Yeah, we haven't seen the crystal. We saw the drawings of ones with crystals in their heads. But there were... we did see... Was it one or two? At least one with a very enlarged head.
What weapons did it use?
Magic? I think it
I'm
was
gonna
using some kind of
Take
magic.
out my cube and kind of twist it and show her the picture of.
She looks fascinated the moment you just start twisting the cube.
We could have just started with that.
We could have. I forgot. I had,
It's okay.
it was
What
in-
is that?
It's a
It's a
goblin.
picture of the goblin we saw.
That device stores imagery like that.
Kind of, yeah.
May I see it?
Sure.
She takes it and examines it and
And
just...
as soon as she does, the picture goes away.
Oh. Did I turn it off?
No, I can use it.
Oh, it's only in your hands it will... I
Yeah.
see. Here.
Take it back, and it comes back on.
Can you hold it close? She starts drawing the image that you have there. Looks like it's taking her a while. Every time you try to move back, but she's no, just please. And she just keeps going. And continues asking questions. This is a very abnormal looking creature. I haven't seen its head is elongated.
It's very weird.
Like someone grabbed the chin and head and just pulled.
Like they was stuck in the birth canal, and they're like,
Maybe a mutation of sorts, but or corrupted, or that's fascinating. Maybe I have something about that stored in one of these old tomes. I'll have to. And she finishes drawing and just nods at you. Says, "I'll have to check my notes and see if maybe I have something about some. What did you call it again? Something tribe?
The fathead.
Fathead tribe. I'll see if there's any ledgers on it. This is. Oh, I'm very glad I met all of you. This is brilliant. I'll definitely look into this.
And if you are making your way about the outskirts of town, do be careful. Increased goblin activity lately. It's what's going around, it seems, and some are saying that they're oddly more organized than usual, and there have been more Fathead tribe sightings.
I'll keep that in mind. Safety first and all, even though the unknown is very tempting. Definitely safety first.
Can you handle yourself in a fisticuffs?
No, but I'm quite good at getting away.
Oh, quick. All right. Well, I suppose we should keep you informed then, if we see anything else.
If you will, absolutely. Are you a mercenary group, or do you have a
We're the Sword Coast Barbers.
sword? She writes it down.
We're a
Sword Coast-
barbershop quartet.
Wait, which one?
Both.
Barber Shop Quartet. Got it. That's two. That might be a bit confusing if you're an actual registered guild or whatnot, but I suppose. All right, Barbershop Quartet, Sword Coast Barbers.
Registered anything anywhere, but we are here to shave the day.
That's a pun. I like that. Shave the day.
And if you would, just in good faith and reciprocation, if you see a very sad man walking around town or on the outskirts wearing all black, he looks like this, and I'm going to pull out a piece of paper with one that I've tried to draw.
Make a performance check. See if you can perform on this paper.
I spent all night drawing it.
I think that's inappropriate.
This would probably be a dexterity or sleight of hand or whatever. I made you do performance. We're performing.
I'm fine with either.
Did you roll big? What'd you get?
Well, either wait, why can I not math right now? 21 if it's performance.
You pull out a piece of paper. It looks like you went to Albert's face and just had charcoal on it, and you just smushed it on his face, pulled it off, and have a one-to-one image of all of his features. And you hold it up, and she says, "Oh, well, sure. If I see him around, I can let you know. Is he one of yours?"
He's an old friend we're looking for.
Well, absolutely. If I see him, you'll know.
All right. If you do see him, don't tell him we're looking for him. It's a surprise.
Sure. I won't question the Sword Coast Barbers, four-shop quartet.
No, you can take off that.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, take off the. It's just the Sword Coast Barbers.
Sword Coast Barbers. Aye.
Yes. But yes, discretion is important. We don't want to ruin the surprise.
Sure.
Thank you. And I'll take the drawing and fold it up nicely and put it away.
If you could do that, why did you ask me to draw it?
No, this is the one you drew. You did a fantastic job.
My memory's not that bad. That's a really good drawing.
You did. That's what I said when you handed it to me.
So you have the map, right? So you know how I made that forgery for him?
Yes.
What are your thoughts on me making 2 more forgeries? That puts the location of the cave in different places.
Cave.
Shit, I thought you walked away.
Oh fuck, you're still here.
Oh, did you need a moment? I'm sorry. I apologize.
Well, no, you have. Please, you're more than welcome.
Oh, she just.
And redraw the map with it being in different locations,
Like a diversion.
just in case.
And then we just spread them around town.
Not spread them, but maybe keep the real one hidden and speak a little more openly about the fakes. So to draw out any interested parties.
Like potentially any really sad people walking around.
Yes,
Might cheer them up.
but cheer them up.
A different sad person. Different sad person.
You could draw me a map to find my stone.
Wesley,
You
go
lost
fill
a
up his
stone?
beer mugs.
I did.
Yes, Mr. Ravendam. He
What?
gets up to go get more mail.
What do you know about stones? You seem fairly learned.
They're used in architecture. They're used, you'll find a lot of them in ruins. They're very good weapons.
So nothing specific then.
No, I'm not much of a stone specialist.
What is your specialty?
History.
Okay.
So can we see the map that you have got?
If you want to, the surrounding region.
Yeah.
She takes it and unfurls it on the map, and it's actually got less information than what you have seen. You don't see Cragmaw Castle on it. You don't see that spot where that friendly, I forget his name, bald fellow with all the undead that you guys attacked immediately.
Oh, the druid.
Yeah, you don't see that whole area even on her map.
So there's nothing on her map that we haven't seen. Oh, that's cute.
It's a good map.
That's a good map.
I have a question. As someone so learned, and he has, you see how his hat holds 2 drinks at a time?
Yes.
On average, it takes him about 15 seconds to empty that hat. And
Both.
yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And let's just say it's been emptied quite a few times already today.
I understand.
Would you happen to have heard, are there any stories or anything of strange, smooth green stones in this area? Anything you are aware of? Magic stones in these hills?
You know what's strange? You ask something like that, and it sounds far-fetched, but I don't know, for some reason something's tugging at my memory. Like maybe I skimmed a note or something about that.
Make a history check.
I'll have to check through what I have here just to see if I know anything about what you're mentioning, but off the top of my head, I couldn't quite tell you.
All right. Well, if something comes to mind, that would be quite useful for us.
Green, weird stones.
Smooth, right? Very smooth.
Beautiful, smooth, almost like you were touching silk.
Do you have an image of this?
Not an image I can share, just the one in my mind.
Oh, well, I'll check to be sure.
All right. Well, I suppose it's getting a bit late. I think I'll pay my tab and call it a night.
Oh, we still have one of those.
Yes.
Yeah, you do.
Yes, we do.
I should be. I'll get y'all tonight on it. Don't worry. I'll get you tonight. Should got you yesterday, but I didn't. If you guys are wrapped up, you gonna head to bed?
Yep.
Gwen
so.
excuses herself. Thanks you for the company. Just crushes all of her stuff together. Gets up and goes back to her corner for a bit. She seems like a late nighter, so she'll be back in her corner for a while you guys head back up and go to sleep. Did I tell you the results of your survival check already?
No, I got 16.
I'm one blue herb. Mark that down. Tonk. Yep. Flynn.
And this is day 8.
I believe I told you got paid already.
No,
4 gold for this
Yep,
one.
already added it.
And no Albert
7 I
news,
didn't find
unfortunately.
Yeah.
And you made a new friend. So good job.
Yeah.
What day are we on?
This will be the end of day 6. We're going to day 7.
Yep.
No, because I found 2 red herbs on day 6.
Oh,
Day 7, I found nothing.
even better. End of day
Day-
7, we're going to day 8.
Okay.
This is okay.
Because I didn't have anything in my notes, anything specific happened day 7. So that works.
How much gold or silver for the past 2 days?
Subtract. If you're living comfortably, which I assume y'all are, you got money. You need to subtract 1 gold. For room, foods, if you're not subtracting rations, that takes care of your food for the whole day.
1 gold? Okay.
Yep, 1 gold. Take care of everything. Rich
Done.
folk. Day 8 comes. Another morning. Nothing crazy, fancy, or strange happening. We doing the same routines? Training, depressing, drinking, and information playing?
Yep.
Okay. Survival check again. Performance check again. No change. You really like your helmet. Seems like Wedge put a lot of thought into it. Nice helmet.
It's comfy. He put padding on the inside.
And you've sent off your letter,
Mhm.
which will return or get there when time comes. Let's go ahead and hear the results of those checks. What's your survival?
18.
18 again. Okay, you find 2 red herbs. Flynn, what's your performance?
21.
Jesus, 4 gold. Genius every night. Toblin questions why you even leave. Just stay here.
Do you think I fuck around?
No.
I've always been quite musical, you know. I don't give a monkey's ass.
Ooh, you're 4 gold richer for it.
Cool.
And we are going to go back to bed again. You rest for the night.
That's another gold.
Yep, another gold down. Day 9 is here, or day 8?
Day 9 has
day 9.
started.
Day 9 starts, same routines, question mark?
Yes, but I'm starting to get some type of bloodlust.
Oh.
I'm starting just to be like,
You should go fight,
get Nancy, not,
Do you want to go train with him?
go
Or-
train. Go train.
I might hurt.
You-
I might hurt one of them.
No. Well, they'd be asking for it. They agree. Go get it out. Go get the demon out.
Okay, I go to the orchard.
You train with Wedge for the day?
Yeah, I'll train for day 9 with my beer hat on.
Yes.
Make an athletics check.
Sauced for the past 8 days. It's gonna go.
Spring break!
14.
14?
Mhm.
Okay. That's pretty neutral. We'll say that. Oh, it's a little bit above neutral. So, you did train with Wedge and Darren. You got a little carried away at one point. You got Darren to the chin way harder than you wanted to. He's got a little blood, but it's okay. He's all right. No hard feelings and whatnot. But that was your training session. You got involved, and you just went with fists because you were really feeling.
Oh
it.
yeah. I feel a little better.
Make your survival check if you haven't already.
13.
13. You found no herbs today. Flynn, give me that performance.
This is for day 9?
Mm-hmm.
God, hold on. 23.
23. Wow. Okay, another 4 gold. And something does happen today. Throughout the day, once you all regroup before you head to Stonehill Inn, this will be before your performance, Flynn. You see a small little gnome in a blue robe with a big old blue hat riding a capybara with a huge wagon behind him roll back into town.
Cool.
As soon as he sees you, he hails you and waves over and goes up to you. He rides right up to you guys. Well, he leaves his wagon behind at the Barton's
Wesley,
Provisions.
it's your friend that you invested in.
Oh, it is. That's him. Yeah. Hi, Ramble. And he waves to Ramble. And which Ramble hops off Scapbar and walks up. Oh, I'm glad I ran into you guys. I actually have a treat for you, but specifically because of you. That money went a long way, and let me show you why. And he turns around and just jogs back to his wagon.
I'll go up and pet the capybara.
And it just kind of
There's this dumb face.
just has this dumb, just sits there, and you see its eyes go. You start petting it. It gets real. It's real content as you pet him.
Hell yeah.
Ramble comes back with 1 bottle of wine. Looks pretty standard. It's got a dark, deep red hue to it. And as he walks up to you and says, I was only able to make a couple of these, but I want you guys to have this. And he holds it out to Wesley, who says, oh, but I don't really drink, so I guess, Mr. Tonks, do you want to hold the wine?
You should have... Probably.
I'll hold on to it.
So I could.
Yeah,
what's
we know.
the
Save it for a
problem?
special occasion.
Yeah. Maybe when we get the stone.
Oh.
We use it as a celebration. drink.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I'm gonna take it and
We're
put it
getting
in
the
my
stone.
jacket.
You heard that? He said we're getting the stone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're working on it right now.
Oh.
This is enough for if you just have a standard wine glass. It's 8 glasses. And you said Wedge is taking it. Which are you going?
Yeah.
Okay. He gives you the
Well,
wine.
when he says that, I kind of like, well, baby.
I didn't smack you.
He then explains, this batch is actually blessed by Tamora. I don't know if you guys are the religious type, but what this does is it's gonna sound weird. It'll make you luckier when you have a glass.
Isn't the temple here? Is that a Tamora?
They do have a shrine to Tamora here.
That's all right. The luck person.
Wedge, add to your notes that you have 8 charges of this. When someone drinks a glass of this, you get inspiration for the day. 1 use.
That's good.
Yeah.
Good investment.
Oh, I was just being nice. He needed gold, so I gave him all my gold. That you did, and I appreciate it.
I suppose that the new wagon reinforcements are working out for you.
They are. We even got shot at, and it didn't do anything to us.
What shot at you? Goblins?
Long time ago?
Did you get a good look at them? Were there any that looked unusual?
They looked ugly. I wouldn't say unusual for a goblin. Some were green, some were like kind of tan, orange.
None with abnormally large heads or...
They all have stupid large heads.
Well, okay, be careful there with the accusations there, little gnome friend. Like if somebody took their heads and stretched them out like this.
No, I don't think I saw anything like that.
Okay. If you do see anything like that, will you let us know?
Sure. You guys are cool.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
so we're cool.
Well, I'm gonna go drop the rest of this off, so thanks again. And he looks up at Wesley and just pats him on the arm, and then turns around and leaves.
Is there a name for that wine?
I put it in there as blessed wine of tomorrow.
There is no specific name for that. That is a unique ramble item.
I just didn't know if he put like something on the label that said like rambles.
I don't know. They don't
Really?
even. This one actually is not labeled.
Or if, okay, so it's just a blank.
So
bottle.
Jamie, I put it in the inventory as having 8 of them to represent the charges.
Sure.
All right.
That'll
yeah.
be the last event that happens on day 9.
9.
So we're going back to bed, unless we're doing something else. No Alpert news. I did your rolls already, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay. You sleep, knowing that tomorrow is not going to be the day, because Gundren needed 10 days. We go to day 10. We wake up day 10. Are we doing our final things? If we are, do your rolls. What do you have over there, Wedge?
6.
6. No herbs. No herbs discovered. Flynn?
It's high.
Is it 20 or above?
27.
That's 4 more gold coming your way. 4 goldies for good performance.
Just know how to play it.
And a crowded tavern now. Seems like you playing every night started to get way more attention. Toblin's definitely seeing profit.
Tomorrow.
I can play anything. Doesn't matter.
Gundren approaches you this evening as you're sitting in Stonehill Inn for the last night you'll be here till you head out for however long. And he says, "Well, it took some time, but I know how we're getting there now. I have everything organized. I know all the supplies we need. And I feel pretty well recovered from my endeavor back at the castle."
Is he wearing a hat?
He got a new hat made, yes. He's wearing a hat now.
And you got your hat.
Alright, part of the... No, I'm just kidding. I was going to say part of the 10 days that I needed to wait for the... But no, wasn't part of it.
Even if it had been fine.
Oh, it was part of it. I'm sorry. There's a little bit there. If it's fine. I'm ready to go in the morning. I imagine you've already bought the supplies you need for us to go too?
Yep, took care of that days ago.
Perfect. Foods, maybe some climbing gear,
Yep.
because there could be a chasm.
Yep.
Could be maybe some grapples.
Got a few. Yep.
Lighter'd be heavy, but I don't have a wagon, so someone would be carrying it on their person.
Do you have a ladder?
No. I do have climbing hooks and shoe spikes, but only for me, of course. And what
We
else?
got those last time.
You know, typical adventurous
right.
stuff.
I'm
Shovel,
stuff-
pickaxe.
All the time. Use it all the time.
Wow, you are a prepared bunch, Sword Coast barbers.
Indeed. We try to be.
Good. I'm excited and worried. Very worried, but more excited. I hope my brothers are there waiting. They'll be camped up, if so, right out front, I imagine. So?
You have a chance to meet Gwyn,
No.
Elsa's sister, here from Neverwinter.
Oh, Elsa's sister showed up, and he, it looks like he was basically down in his stuff this whole time. So he looks around the tavern. Where is she?
I don't know if she's here.
She's sitting in the corner still.
Oh, she's over there in that corner.
Oh,
She's been surveying the area. We spoke with her a few days back. Talked about some of the goblin stuff that we went through. Seems she's quite interested in the history of this place.
oh, history buff. I can get behind that.
Perhaps you should go have a word with her before you call tonight.
It wouldn't hurt. Maybe she knows, and get a lay of the goblin history or whatnot. Maybe she'll tell me something that'll trigger something in my mind too. I suppose I'll have a little bit of words with her and then head to bed too. What are you all going to do? Get a night's rest ready for the morning?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go take a walk around town. First, I'll kind of look out the window. Is it dark?
It's getting dark. It's like sunset.
Yeah. Just get a nice little jaunt in. Kind of loosen up the muscles before I hit the sack.
Aye. All right. Well, more power to you and good luck. Oh, nice hat. And he gets up and walks over to the corner to go.
My man, he's a hat connoisseur. What can you say?
Thank you.
And I guess Wesley and I'll just go back and keep tinkering in our rooms.
Sure. You head on up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to the general store.
You get the bargain provision before they close.
Oh, I want to give him some gold. Like, can you get us some too?
Yeah, what do you want?
Just 2 sets of whatever you're getting. Wow.
They got they got tents. They got
No, we have
climbing
tents.
gear.
I think we just need any specialty climbing
pittons,
gear.
pythons, pickaxe, shovels. You know more tools than I do. They got it.
I would
Rope.
Yeah.
We have rope. We have grappling hooks.
Maybe backup clothes in case yours melt off or something.
Got that. I don't have like pickaxe or shovel or anything. Which I do have a crowbar, but that's not going to do us any good if we had to dig through something.
Mm.
So I would like to buy. Let's just do a shovel.
Do you have the general store items pulled in front of you?
Nope, but I can. Venturing gear.
Yep. It's just adventuring gear or standard gear. Shovel runs 2 gold. Wait, is that the high price? No, it's a normal price. Yeah, 2 gold. If they're being mean, it's 4 gold, but it's only 2 gold for you.
I buy 2 shovels, 1 for me, 1 for you. Do they have small shovels? I'd get a small one for him.
I'll let Wesley use the shovel.
I still get a small one.
You get a small one, it's 16 silver. Little shovel.
Yeah, I get a little shovel for them.
They got sacks, pickaxes, pots, soap, a lock, lamp, ladder.
Yeah, I'll get. All right,
Hammer.
hold on. Let me do this one at a time. All right, so how much was the shovel?
Shovel's 2 gold. Unless you get the little one, it's 16 silver.
You just take that out of yours. Whatever I'm picking up. All right, so shovel. I'm also going to get. Let's get a. Dang, where'd it go?
Would you like a 70-pound barrel?
We have one already.
Yeah.
I want. Is there
Maybe
like foot spikes,
That'd
or would that be included in a climber's kit?
be included in the climber's kit.
How much
Wait,
is a climber's
that's a whole like backpack.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
how
an
much is
actual tool set. Yeah.
a climber's kit.
It's 25 gold for the whole kit.
It's pretty pricey. But you got rope, right? Got good rope.
I got rope. I got pittons. Let me look at these for a second.
But the only thing extra in the climber kit is the spike shoes.
I think so. Something you attach to the front of your boot to where you can kick into it, kick into the wall.
And aren't those more or less used for ice climbing?
Yeah, they're more for ice stuff.
Gonna be cold.
We don't know. It's some magic bullshit. Could be anything.
Could be where One Eye Larry lives.
Or old Greg.
Yeah.
I want to buy a net. That's a gold.
How much is a ladder cost?
Ladder.
1 silver.
1 silver.
All right.
Cheap ladders. But it does weigh 10 or 2 pounds. No, I got that wrong.
Weighs 25
Weighs
pounds.
25 pounds. So you get a bag of holding, right?
Yeah.
You can,
So it could easily fit in the bag of holding.
that's what I was
The
doing with
link.
my artificer. Yeah, it's the
Okay.
exact same thing.
So I'm
Turn
gonna
back
get
around.
a ladder as well.
My man leaned it up against a boat the other day.
Yep. While we were on a little boat. No stability.
You know what? You think we need 2 ladders or 1 ladder is probably good?
I asked the same question.
Did you?
Yeah.
Colt is somewhat of a ladder connoisseur, you could say. He collects them.
True. They
And if
stopped
he
me one
can't
time.
collect them, he really wants to.
How many ladders did you get?
I wanted 2, but I only had the 1.
Okay.
And he tried to steal some.
The fuck? Oh, how about a rope ladder?
That's not another thing. I
Yeah,
don't
it
know.
costs
what
1
rope-
silver, and I can get a rope ladder as well.
I don't know. Rope ladder's more malleable, and it's just tying rope together in a specific way. You could make a rope ladder essentially, right?
Yeah.
Then yeah, just call it a ladder. It's another silver.
Okay.
Buying some string. Buying a torch. You know what? I will buy an iron pot.
1 pot
That's 2. And, ooh, what's this?
for cooking or bashing.
Can't wait until we cook. Out by the fire again.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of the changes, I can do prestidigitation and use it for cooking.
Yeah, you flavor stuff, right?
Yeah, and I can't wait.
Oh yeah, you did that with the
Shit stew.
was
Oh,
it vomit? I don't know. It was something out of a rat.
Basically.
Oh, the rat purified it.
Yeah, yeah, that only purified it, but prestidigitation can heat it and flavor it.
Purified, flavored, spiced food. You can't go wrong with that. Even if you saw it come out of a mouth or butthole.
Well, I don't think we'd need it to, unless we thought it was poisoned.
It's true. Very true.
I don't think I'm ever gonna eat anything that comes out of that rat's ass.
It really wasn't that bad.
You already got one thing from its teat.
You did pass out one time suckling mother.
I don't remember that.
Well, yeah, you drink all the time, duh.
I feel attacked.
You're in a safe space.
I think that's... Yeah, that's all.
Okay, we got some supplies.
So I'm getting a small shovel and a ladder and a rope ladder.
I don't think I said anything, but I bought a signal whistle, too.
Oh, okay.
Can be heard from up to 600 feet away.
It's far. Definitely everything will hear that. Especially in a cave. It'll echo.
Almost like a wave echo.
You got it. Nice. Nice tonk.
Duh. Thonk, smart.
All right, well, you get your supplies right before Barthen's closes. Head back to the Stonehill Inn.
I'll want, like, when I get the big bag of stuff,
Mhm.
I want to, like, open the door to Barthen's and look out and make sure I don't see Gundren anywhere first before I walk out of here with all this stuff.
Gundren has not left Stonehill, so you would not see him. Still back at the inn.
But I gotta go in.
Oh, you want to look into the Stonehill. You're not looking outside Barthen's.
Well, I was looking outside Barthen's, but now that you said that, I do want to look inside Stonehill.
Make a perception check.
$14?
Okay. You peer inside, and looking around, you look at the table Gundren's been frequenting, and you see his hat on the table, but no Gundren.
Let me see. Let me check something real quick.
Sure.
I don't... oh, good. I reach in my pocket, and I pull out the Vulgar Sending Stone. I don't know who was on the other end of it,
Wesley.
but I'll just say, I need someone to come down here and help me load all of this stuff up into the room without Gundren seeing.
Wesley feels his pocket rumble for a second. He takes it and just holds that stone out and holds it up to his face. Say what you said in a real mean way.
Listen here, you piece of human garbage. I need you to come the fuck down here and help me load all of this bullshit that you fucking forgot to buy up into the rooms so we can get the fuck out of here and Gundren doesn't need to see shit.
Okay. And you hear, and your stone. Okay, shut up! I'm a-coming! Gah! It's very,
All right.
very brief.
Yeah. Oh, I should have told him to bring the stretch hole.
Nah, you see Wesley coming down the stairs. He goes, "Oh, hey, Mr. Flynn!" And he starts rushing over to the door.
So, okay, you had the stone. Okay, good. Can you go get Wedge and tell him to bring the stretch hole?
Sure. Okay, right away. And he turns around and heads back upstairs. He goes back in the door. Mr. Ravenden?
Yes.
Flynn wants your stretch hole.
I kind of lean up in my chair so he can grab it. I'm like, here you go. Because I'm still working.
Oh, I'll just take it. And he grabs it and he's just holding it out like this. He's just very awkwardly. You see him turn and just coming down the steps. And, as he's doing this, you actually see around the corner of the steps, back in that bathroom you guys have been in for, see Gundren coming back out. But Wesley is in front of him and comes right up to you and says, "Okay, here it is.
Come outside."
Oh, and he goes outside with you.
And I just take all the stuff and I just dump it into the stretch hole.
That's safe, right?
Probably not, no. But it's what we have.
That's true. It is what we have.
I know what's in... Wait, what do you mean not safe?
Well, normally I see Mr. Ravenden put stuff in there, but you just kind of just poured it all in there.
It's fine. It's fine.
If you say it's fine, I believe it's fine too.
Right. All right, well, let's go in. It sucks out here. It's hot.
Do you want the stretch hole? Should I keep it?
Give it... Yeah, here.
He hands you the stretch hole.
Right. Let's go inside, Wesley.
He follows behind you.
It's almost your bedtime.
And you see, as you're walking back in, Gundren's approaching his table, and he hears you coming in. He turns and goes, "Oh!" and just gives you a quick wave. Sits back at his table and puts his hat back on.
I'll head upstairs and relay to Wedge everything that we bought and everything that's in there. And I'm just gonna say 2 shovels, but one of them is... It's a gnome-sized shovel.
All right. How much does your backpack weigh now?
I'm still adding it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, while you're at it, night progresses. We get some Z's. And day 11 arises. You have spent 10 days in town, preparing, training, drinking, tending to yourselves, enjoying a bit of,
Luxuriating.
yeah, we'll call it a little R&R over this period of time. Tonk, you haven't really gained too much during this. You got out some aggression at one point. You did gain a hat, thanks to your friend. It makes drinking much simpler for you now. Fortunately, it's capped off too, so even if you roll your head or however you do it, the ale ain't going nowhere. So, a good gain. Flynn, you've made quite a bit of coin during this progress, and supplied up at the very last second, but supplied up nonetheless. Ready to head out if necessary and do what you gotta do. Unfortunately, you didn't really learn anything about Alpert this whole time. Either they're in hiding, or they're just elusive, or something, but you've just got no new information on this guy. Wedge, you've committed to training every morning with Darren. Sword and shield in hand. Big old sword, too. Long sword. Wielding with one hand. Thanks to your training and prowess with this blade, as long as you're wielding a sword, you have +1 to attack.
Ooh, sweet.
Darren also
How do I
took...
mark that?
You'll just have to manually add that. That's nothing
Okay.
you
Give
mark.
yourself like a +1 sword.
You can
I already have a
customize.
+1 sword.
You can customize the attack if you click the weapon and then click customize. You can. It'll say modifiers. You can just type in 1 and it should just add a +1 by default. You have to experiment with it. But Darren also showed you sometimes after these lessons a few old books he had that had some details on different types of creatures and foes out there, and you've read through it a little bit and recorded it in your cube to an extent. It may help you deal with some creatures in the future. Maybe you can pinpoint a weak spot or something.
Okay.
You all head back to the main room of the Stonehill Inn. Also subtract 1 gold for yesterday's foods and drinks and whatnot. And Gundren is waiting at the table excitedly. He has already cleaned up. None of his documents are out. None of his paperwork is out. Gwen is not down there at the moment, likely still sleeping. But Gundren has his hat on, his pack on, and he's sitting there just at the ready. And the first person he sees walking down, he looks up, just has a look of just ready to do this. Who would be the first down?
I'd probably either me or you.
Yeah. Wesley and I will go down first, I guess.
He turns to you, Wedge, and says, "Bright and early and ready for adventure, aye?"
Yeah, let's get this thing going.
He stands up from his table and says, "Do you need a moment? Would you like to have something to eat first, or...?"
As
One
I'm coming
more
down the
before we go.
stairs.
Yeah, we get
Yes,
time.
Food. Yes.
Food it is. You all have a fine breakfast. Subtract the silver since we're only eating one thing. That'll take care of your food for most of the day. May have to do a ration later, but you have a full meal in your bellies now. Bit of drink to go with it. Hopefully water or something of the sort.
Hell,
How many ales do you have, Tonk?
at least 2.
Just 2?
2 hatfuls.
Well, 2 before we hit the road. I don't want to be too slammed. Well,
two
I'm
is-
sorry. I filled up my hat,
Uh-huh.
and then I drank 2 at breakfast.
Okay, just the 1 silver. We'll take care of all that then. And since you only drank 2, and that's kind of your standard, you ain't gonna roll anything for that. We're okay. But you all are finally ready to proceed out of town and find the way back okay. This is your last chance in town. If you want to do anything else here before we leave.
I think I want to go see if she has the stone.
Okay, so what
I'm
does Tonk do?
kidding, I'm
Okay,
kidding.
all right. I'll do it.
Wedge,
You say a word.
78.
I think Tonk is ready for a change of scenery. Something to get me completely out of this funk.
Yes, I can tell you're quite upset still about the stone.
It is. I've thought long and hard about it, and we'll find another one, hopefully, soon.
Sure, of course. I mean, plenty of stones out there in the ocean.
So we're not gonna find it here in Phandelver. So the first step is hitting the road.
That's right. And then we're going to, you know what? Never mind. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that train of thought. I'm done. Done talking.
Okay. We're leaving town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess so. When we leave, are we leaving by the north? Like what? I'll ask Gundren. What's the route?
We'll be heading north out of town, but we will not be on the Tribo Trail for long. We will be traveling to the south and the east. I really thought long and hard about purchasing another wagon or bringing some mules or horses and whatnot, but with where we're going, it'd be much more difficult to keep them intact. So I figured we'd go on foot. It might take a little bit longer, but it'll be safer for us mainly because once we get there, we would have to be on foot with horses and charge of them too. So I didn't want to bring them. Do you agree with that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's fine. I think that's a fine idea.
All right. It will take us likely about 4 days to get there on foot. But beyond that, my brothers should be there, and they'll have supplies in case something happens to us on the way. And be good to go. Are you ready?
Yes. Did you happen to talk with Gwen?
I did. She has a lot of information on the history of these lands. To be honest, I don't really care about the goblin factions. She mentioned something about Sawpleas and Weetugs and
She does have
Cragmaw, which is I know Cragmaw, unfortunately.
She does have an affinity for the goblin
Weetugs.
folk, the Weetugs.
It's a rather phony name. I don't know where they got it from.
Said they like to grab a lot.
Oh, I can see
Tugs
that.
and the U-Tugs.
Grabby.
Wouldn't want to run into that tribe. Good thing they're extinct now.
Yeah.
Oh, darn
Well,
shame.
as far as we know, her maps were pretty incomplete.
They took
I don't know
themselves
if
out.
you noticed that.
I did look over them. She had nothing on the Cragmaw Castle and nothing about the well to the east either.
Did you share anything with her about our journey?
I had mentioned that you were my rescuers at the castle. Beyond that, not particularly. Seems like a nice lass. Trustworthy.
Indeed. In the picture, she had like runed tattoos or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Did you happen to make out her tattoos?
I was a bit curious about them. I did ask. Turns out she's a rather high-ranking member of the Netherwinter Libraries.
Oh, interesting. Is it often that they send high-ranking members off to scout goblin stuff?
I don't know if she was sent. From our conversation, she was... what's the way to put it? Indulging in a hobby while visiting family.
Okay, fair enough. She did seem quite passionate about those damn goblins.
Strange, but she's into the history.
Somebody's got to write it down, I suppose.
You're not wrong.
All right, well, we should hit the road, swing by the old apple orchard on the way out.
Yeah, get some apples.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I'll let you take the lead. I'll tell you which way to go, if that sounds right.
Sounds good to me.
Hi. In that case, let's head to the orchard, you said?
Yes, it's to the north. It's a little out of the way, but I need a treat before we leave.
Right behind you.
I'll head to the Eatermouth orchard, and I'm just gonna pluck a couple of apples off the tree, regardless of who's out there looking.
So, you all head to the Eatermouth Orchard. As you get there, you see both Darren Eatermouth and Bertice out there. They seem to be sparring at the moment as you approach. And
Does it look like impressive? Are they like flourishing and
they're
shit?
quick.
Yeah.
Bertice is actually much quicker than you would have expected. But as soon as you approach, they halt, and Eatermouth gives a friendly wave. He's looking at you mainly, Wedge. As he walks up and says, "So, 10 days? Here we are.
Yeah.
You've come a long way.
I appreciate the time you put into me. Thank you.
I'm happy to help. You brought out a little bit of, well, what I had lost as well. And if you'd like some apples to go, you can take as many as you'd like."
Oh,
I'd like to take that opportunity
Very
to kind of show
generous.
off what I learned and take my sword and just quickly go pa 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 and drop some apples. Like, yeah.
I hope to hear tales of how that happened upon your foes.
is he
when
holding you
come
up?
back.
No. That's why I'm using the sword.
How long is that sword?
It's a long sword.
It is actually, yeah, long sword.
It's not proportional to my body at all.
It looks like a gnome in WoW with like a freaking great sword on his back.
Why keep it inside the coat?
Yeah. I want to grab like 5 apples.
Sure, you grab 5 apples.
I add it to my bag, which already has 4 apples in it.
Yeah, I'm just put an apple in each pocket for 2.
Secure some apples in your pocket. You want any apples, Tonk?
Yeah, but I'm holding my 2 apples and just kind of...
Just munching on them?
Yeah, I'm eating them as we start walking.
Okay.
Apples and ale.
Apples and ale.
Apples and ale.
Sounds like a song.
Yeah, I'll write a tune about that.
Okay, you have your apples. Now what?
All right, Gundren,
know.
where to?
Head out the north gate. Immediately follow the outside of the town to the east until we're dead east of the town itself, and then into the nearby hilly region. We will be entering some mountains at some point, so if you got your climbing gear and whatnot, we're good to go.
Yeah, we've got that.
Mm-hmm.
Aye. Very well. Lead.
What kind of climbing gear do you have?
I have a few ropes, a few don't call them pickaxes. I forget the name of them.
Climbing axe.
Climbing axes. Aye.
Mm-hmm.
And just in case, some rather pointy tools to put on my boots, so that way I can help scale a bit better.
Dig in. Right.
Nothing like ice or snow or anything like that, though.
All right. Well, I think we should be.
Yeah.
We should be good.
All right. Let's go.
As soon as we get to the trailhead, I'm gonna open my jacket and let Bug out.
Okay. You guys head toward the northern exit of Phandelver and leave the town. We are now
Level 5.
traveling.
I was gonna say that. I feel like that's a level up.
Yeah.
So it is an accomplishment that we finally left the town.
It is a milestone.
As you leave the town, you hook east, like Gundren said, and follow the town all the way around the outskirts until you are directly east of the town and then proceed onward on an unmarked path. Let me pull up the Sword Coast map so you guys can see where exactly you are. As you're walking, Gundren has a map out already, and he points out, so we may not be going very far, but the terrain's a bit treacherous. Specifically, and he's holding it up, and if y'all lean in, he starts poking the map in a specific spot. Surprisingly, it's not too far from town, as we are heading... Oh, I gotta look in for myself. I think I have the right spot. I want to make 100% sure. Yep, there it is. Okay. Here.
But 50 feet from the town?
I told you, lad. It looks closer than you think. But we'll be scaling a few cliffs.
Ah, okay.
So, it may not take all 4 days, but safe than sorry. Slow pace is a living pace.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
You guys press on to the destination that Gundren has said. Okay. Are we doing anything during these travels?
Normal stuff.
Not looking for anything? Not hunting? Not
No, I would.
looking for something?
I'll keep an eye out for the flowers and stuff.
I'm looking more for goblins.
There we go. So
I got-
someone's on the lookout for just in case any other goblins are around.
Yeah, I got Bug looking for goblins and stuff
Okay.
as well.
What are you doing, Tom?
Donk's looking for a rock to make a nice, pretty stone. Looking for a decent sized rock.
Okay.
At the moment.
So you're actively searching for a rock. Make a perception check. I'll give both of you an option. If you're just keeping an eye out for anything specifically following you, we can use your passive. If you're looking for goblins, you can roll a perception.
I would be looking for threats.
Threats specifically? Okay. What's your passive perception?
14.
Okay. Wedge, what are you doing?
I'll pretty much just be kind of, since I have Bug there, let him kind of take an active role in looking for threats.
What's Bug's passive perception?
Bug's passive perception is...
Donk rolled this.
14.
You looking too, Tom?
No.
Oh, you're looking for the stone. You got 16? As you're passing by, you pass by like a small stream, on the way there, maybe about an hour in, you find very rounded, already smooth stone.
Whoa. I like to
Like a river stone.
take it, just kind of look at it, look it over. I'm Honk's visualizing his next masterpiece.
Okay. Wedge.
Bug's passive perception is 14. And he has vigilance, so he can't be surprised.
Okay. So time passes. We travel, Gundren leading, or not leading the way, but guiding you on which direction to go, taking more the flank, the back end.
Am I seeing any flowers? Or herbs?
Make a survival check.
5. Plus 2.
You do not see any flowers on the way here.
Still looking.
Immediately, the path outside of Phandelver gets a bit hilly. You end up going up and down quite a bit. You don't have to actually climb anything quite much, but it does slow your pace a lot. You quickly realize that bringing horses was a wise decision, as it probably would have slowed you down more than you're actually moving right now. Eventually, the sun starts to set. You haven't made a lot of progress toward your destination, but it is on par with the amount of time Gundren said it may take. As evening starts to approach, through your passive perceptions, specifically Bug's passive perception, every now and again while you were traveling, you saw Bug kind of pause and just look behind you.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
And then after about maybe 7 seconds, if you check on him for a moment, he just turns and continues to follow.
Whenever he alerts like that, I would like to take a more active, like, I'll get Flynn's attention, like, hey, let's look over that way.
Make a perception check.
I'll look back as well.
Sure, you too.
14.
Yeah, 10.
Yeah, when you look and he looks up like that, you wonder what he's looking at because you don't see anything. There's no rustling bushes, there's no odd trees, there's no figure that suddenly darted or ducked. Maybe he was noticing a critter or a deer or something, but you don't see anything specific anytime he looked.
How many times has he done this?
He did it twice.
Can I use, when we start walking, can I spend the next 10 minutes while we're walking using prestidigitation to make a minor creation?
What kind of creation?
One of those alarms that I make.
Oh. That's not the alarm spell?
No, usually I use my gnome tinkering ability.
Oh, that makes an audible sound.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
But with this, I still make a physical object. It's part of the new rule set for artificers, or no, gnomes. So for the next 10 minutes, next time he alerts, I want to, if he alerts, well, I guess we'll handle it then.
Okay. So you start tinkering as you're walking now. I assume it's hard to look where you're going while you're doing that, right?
Yep.
Okay. You don't have to worry about it because time passes until nightfall comes. He does not alert again.
Okay.
And then you have to set up camp for the evening. So, you make camp in typical camping fashion. Gundren helps out. Maybe you cook a good meal, take your rations out, use some other ingredients you collected along the way. But no one collected anything, actually. You eat what you got.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyone do anything for nighttime? You want to talk amongst each other? You get a
Anybody
camp going?
want me to heat up their rations for them?
I'll have you stay the fuck away from my food from now until the day we all die.
All right. That was for a bet. I'm just like, I can hydrate.
You've got a lot of grace to earn with me before you go anywhere near something I eat again.
Fair enough.
Harsh.
How about you?
No.
Wesley?
Sure.
All right. So, you have seen me like at the table back in town working on this You ever seen those little like kid backpacks that's even too small for the kids, where it like sits up high?
Oh yeah.
So you would have noticed that while we were walking, I had this tiny little backpack on my back. My cube's inside it, and now it kind of automatically takes notes for me. So now that we're at the end of the day, I'm gonna pull a little pull cord, and it pops up like a real shitty Jack in the Box, and kind of just over one of my, and I'm like, I have to sling it, and it kind of goes off to the left. I'm like, yeah, but it needs improvement, and it starts to cast what looks like an easy bake oven type thing, and I'm gonna put my ration in one side and have it like rehydrate it and cook it. And I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be good.
What ration is it?
Just one of the rations that we have.
So granola bar.
Yeah. It's gonna make it into like a porridge.
Yes, a toasted granola bar.
I'm adding water.
I too like charcoal for dinner. No, I would just pull out my lute and just start playing some ambient music.
It looks like Gundren was going to offer to do something, but after seeing you start preparing food like that, he holds back.
Show off.
The night progresses on. Is anyone keeping watch for the night?
Bug would be.
Okay, keep Bug circling with his alarm ready. Okay. You start clearing up camp and whatnot, preparing for the evening or the nighttime sleep stuff. Do you set up a tent? Do we sleep in sleeping bags? How are we doing this?
Tent.
Yeah, 10.
I sleep in a sleeping bag.
Peaceful, hopefully. So
You got a gun on your
you get in your tents. Start resting for the evening. Bug is patrolling as instructed. Nothing happens through the night. Long rest gain. Morning comes.
Oh, yeah.
We take a break, or I can walk away for a second. I gotta use the restroom.
No, we can definitely stop and take a break now. Give us about 10 minutes. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
I throw my love.
And we're back.
Yeah,
Welcome back.
we did it.
We were traveling on the road. We got through one night. Morning came, I believe, when we were starting back up. Eat some food. One ration for everybody.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Gundren will also eat a ration, and so will Wesley. You travel again on day 2. Anything different happening for you guys?
Not for me so much.
I'm speeding through it if not.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay. Day 2 is very uneventful. You travel again. The terrain's getting a little more rough at this point. At certain points, it no longer just feels like you're climbing up some stairs. At some point, you're flat against the ground, having to scale up a bit. It's getting a bit more treacherous, but no checks are needed quite yet. Day 2 comes and goes. Night settles. You camp again. You do your standard routine. Looks, Tonk, you got something?
Tonk's gonna get his barrel of ale out and just get some ale and drink.
Sure. Just the barrel?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna pour it.
Do you pace yourself, or do you drink the quantity of 2?
I mean, the quantity of 2. I'll probably have 4 glasses total tonight.
Is that in a stretch hole?
Yes.
You hand it over, Wedge?
Yeah.
Okay, no issues. You drink up per usual.
Yeah.
Do you empty your things and then fill those up, or how do you do that?
Since I'm not really walking around, I'm typical just picturing the ale tonight. I don't have my helmet on.
Wonder how much more ale's left in there. I'll have to think about that. You drink a few ales, get cozy, settle down for the evening. Night comes and goes. Day arises again as we enter day 3. Subtract another ration, and we continue traveling. Let's double check something. Okay, as you're traveling, it's getting we're climbing at this point now. You've entered a more mountainous region, as Gundren informs you. It's a little more difficult from here, so strap on your tools and let's go.
Have you made this trek before? For fuck's sake, there's no better way?
Oh, I'm afraid not. You have a steep cliff with a bit of a slant to it here. The only other ways are straight up, which is a bit more taxing.
Okay. Well, I take my hat off at this point and put it in my bag. I don't want it to fall off like halfway up. And I'll request. I want to make a stretch hole request.
Yes.
I'm gonna pull out a grappling hook, a couple of pittons, and my rope.
I hand it all over.
Yeah, and I'll kind of wrap the rope around my body, and yeah, I'll even tie the grappling hook to one end of the rope.
Okay. Does anyone else gear up?
Yeah.
I also pull out my grappling hook and rope.
We all just have grappling hooks.
Well, I see him do it. I'm like, I should probably do that too. So I grab my rope and a grappling hook, but I don't attach it. I just hold the grappling hook in my hand.
Wesley speaks up and says, I have some rope. Does anyone have a grappling hook for me?
No, but we can probably do something with that rope.
Oh, okay. You go first and let me know what to do.
All right. I guess who would be?
Perfect.
I've got another shovel.
We've got all the shovels now.
So I'm guessing we're free climbing.
Are you asking DM Jamie or Gundren?
Yeah.
It looks like there's no ladders or ropes dangling down or pythons sticking out of the wall. It looks like it's just you and this. It's like that type of steep. Like it's got that slant to it.
Okay, and how far up?
Mountain goats could stand on it, not you.
They could stand on something that goes.
You see mountain goats in real life, right? It's like a damn almost straight up, and they're just standing on the side, like no problem.
Okay.
It's the hooves.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I have hooves. No, I don't.
I think tieflings have hooves, don't they? No, they don't. No,
Well,
shit, I don't know.
I do not have hooves.
They can, but you don't.
I do not have hooves.
Okay.
So it's really steep. It's not a vertical climb.
Yeah, you'll need a check, but it won't be too hard. Just make an
Okay.
athletics check. Gundren joins in too.
I before we start climbing, I also want to take out the string that I bought and tie it to the signal whistle and hang that around my neck.
Okay. Now, actually, before you start climbing, I should have told you this too, because this happened a moment ago. When you reach this part to climb, and Gundren gives you, "Oh, let's do this," his little quick speech. Bug again.
Do we all notice this?
Yeah, Bug's just been mechanically walking along. You see him turn and freeze for like a few seconds.
All right, who the fuck is back there?
Yeah, I'm gonna look. See if I can't see anything.
Make perception checks.
Seven.
A 5, okay.
15.
Then up here.
15's pretty good. All of you see Bug look, and you all turn to just start looking as well. And Gundren's like, "Oh, is everything all right?" As you all survey the terrain behind you, it's a tree here and there, a few hills you can't see over clearly, and also it kind of starts sloping down a bit. So you've already come up quite a ways. Don't see anything. See a couple birds fly over. Wind's blowing.
I'm talking to whoever's hiding and looking at us. Unless his little shit is it defective?
No.
Can you check it?
I'll,
check it.
I'll
Look
bend
at it.
down and check it. He's fine.
Can you talk to it? What is it?
It's like really talk back.
Uncle Adam stuck in the well, old boy? Who the fuck is out there? We know you're there. You can quit being weird about it now.
Your voice actually echoes a little bit. Weird about it now. Weird about it now. Weird about it. You don't hear anything.
While I'm kneeled, messing with Bug, I'd like to bury that alarm kind of shallowly underneath the ground, so that if somebody steps on it, it sets it off,
Okay.
and it'll last for about an hour, and then disappear.
You do that. Yeah, you did. Wasn't really a lot of dirt right there, but you kind of put it in the ground as much as you could.
Yeah.
You're on more rocky terrain right now.
And I put it on some rocks. It is covered.
Lads, if you're ready to climb.
Ready?
Yeah.
I'm like-
gonna be.
Like delay. Like I'm coming, but I'm just delayed looking back, and I'm just gonna.
You flip off the vastness of the Phandelver region.
Don't fuck with us while we're climbing.
Gundren already made his check. He did quite well. He got a 19.
Oh god.
Said what?
I need an athletics check. DC 8. You just need an 8.
I'm gonna put Bug back in the hole.
12.
Rolling like
13.
Yep. 4.
All right. You all start climbing
And Wedge die.
up this cliff. It's not too tall. It's just about a 25 footer you're going up right now. It's not like you're climbing like 50, 60 feet. Still fairly tall though. Wedge, you only make it about 15 feet. You're not used to this at all until one of you just lash in, it just crumbles the rocks it's into. And you go barreling back towards the ground. You don't have anything to slow you down or catch you or...
I mean, I'm assuming we're using the pigeons and we're tying into those.
Oh, but yours was a bit too loose.
Oh. Floppy dice.
I'll
Counts
find
as
it.
a nat 1.
You take 2 bludgeoning damage because you hit the ground a little hard.
Oh.
Gundren looks back down and says, "Oh, are you okay?"
Hey, yeah. Fine.
How far
Fine.
up are we compared to where he went?
Y'all are almost there. You got about maybe 6 more feet to climb.
And I fell all the way back down?
And it was like 20 feet.
Well, 20, 25, but yeah.
But I slid. It wasn't like a
Yeah, it was like,
fall.
All right. I'll Can I get my grappling hook in like a solid thing or wrap it around something?
Yeah.
I do that, and I'll kind of let myself slide down.
You go back down?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Come on, little guy.
All right. Are you carrying me?
Just... I'm not going to carry you. Fuck, no. Just hold on to the rope.
All right.
DC's even easier now, but you know, athletics check.
I rolled a 4.
I'll wait down here.
No, I'm just gonna do it on
Would I have made it by now?
Yeah, you definitely made it.
So I'm gonna turn around and throw a rope down from the top.
Okay. And you
give
just
them
hold on
all
to
the
it
way
yourself?
down.
Yeah, all the way down.
Okay. So you throw
We
a
got
rope
2
down.
ropes.
As that rope's coming down, Wedge, you grab onto that the original rope and take a step up. What'd you roll?
here. That one.
Okay. Well, you
I
start
don't know
to-
why this is saying 7.
You you go up 1 foot and just give it another tug to make sure you're gonna be okay. And when you do, you just pull whatever rock it was
Oh,
jammed in
for
and just
fuck's sake.
falls back down to your feet.
Are you fucking with me?
And another rope just comes down as well, but you see Tonk holding it.
Oh, come on, guys. And I'm like, is there some? Can I tie it off on the other end? Is there anything I can find?
Sure,
Sort of
yeah.
like
You saw
tree.
Flynn do the same thing, and you just saw it go over the side.
No.
All right, hold on. I've been rolling a d12.
Punished Wedge,
Hard mode.
hurting himself.
No, the one on here was a d20, but the one I've been physically rolling for most.
Roll that. Do a d20 or on your or on the iPad.
Yeah, that is a d20.
The DC's a 5.
20. Nat 20. Fucking shit. I've been rolling this d12 since like halfway through the fucking town.
The moment you see Tonk's rope, you just grab it. You don't care anymore. You're tired of this. Tonk, you grab on as hard as you can. You feel Wedge's full weight as he grabs your rope and just starts rappel running up without any issue until he lands at your side. You see him just start to hedgehog right up that wall.
Where was that energy like 5 minutes ago? All right, since I'm down here, I'm gonna turn and look behind us one more time and just, I'm not expecting to see anything. Like I'm looking, not expecting to see anything, but if something's looking at me, I want them to know I'm looking.
Nothing's jumping out or doing anything right now.
I'll roll my rope back around me, grab onto Tonk's rope, kind of go a few steps up. I'm gonna turn around and cast Minor Illusion, and I'm gonna create a little sign that just says "piss off" with a middle finger on it, facing that direction.
Like a wooden sign with just a regular post and then a wood.
Yeah,
flat.
and it just says "piss off."
Okay. You put your piss off sign down there, close to the kind of buried alarm. Wesley tries to climb your rope if you let him, Tonk.
Yeah.
Okay, he makes it up there. He got a 17 on his. And Gundren did it all by himself, using his little...
I rolled an 8 athletics for this one.
Are you climbing the rope that Tonk has there? Okay, DC's 5. You make it no problem. As you get back up. And all of you made it over the steep ledge, to which Gundren says, won't be a whole lot more of that. I imagine in the past the wizards had a bit more of a better trail to take up here, but, time and whatnot.
Yeah, why the fuck did they let it go? It's been a much more pleasant trip.
Lost to the ages. No one knows where this place is at except us. I hope. Well, my brothers. I really hope Thawd and Nundra are okay.
I feel like we could really use a wizard right now. I feel like there would be less tumbling down hills.
You know what? I was using the wrong equipment.
Well, we learned something today, didn't we?
Yes, we did. I just put it back in the bag.
So you haven't traveled for a long time today. It's maybe been about 3 hours. So we're almost to the afternoon. You travel for about 2 more hours until, in the distance, finally, you see what looks like, it's not necessarily a path you're on, but the way the stones are just kind of to your sides right now, and you're in this flat area that's curving around, looks like you're almost on a path itself at this point.
Stone path. path made
Yeah.
of stones.
Looking at Tonk, see how he's gonna react to it.
Do they just look like worn with time, or look like they were handcrafted?
The floor you're walking on looks like it's worn with time. The sides look like maybe this part was carved out.
Kind of brush past it, give it a sniff. Can I tell if there's been tools used on this stone?
Well, it's been at the mercy of the elements for quite a long time, but you are Tonk Stone Dong. Give it a lick and make an investigation check. No, that's
We
not.
all know that's what you're gonna do.
What kind of check would
But you
Tonk
didn't see him
do?
do this.
Nature?
Yeah, do a nature check. It's stone, and we're out in the open. Survive. I don't know what nature is. It's just nature straight up.
13.
Okay, you lick this stone and try to become one with the walls that you're walking between. It's not even necessarily a wall. It's as if there was mountain here, and someone just kind of carved a way through it. You can't taste what tool was used, but you know that this path was used a long time ago by multiple users.
Did you find something you like?
Nope.
No. It's all shit stones or rocks then.
I mean, these are nice stones, but nothing too special.
So you've essentially found the greatest stone of all time, and now nothing else really compares, huh? You
Pretty
put the genie back in the bottle.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Gonna be chasing that dragon for a while, I suppose. All right. Well, at least I suppose this means we're on the right track. Right, Gundren?
Aye, we're close. Really close. Let's press on.
Pressing on.
So you continue on this winding path through this mountainous region for about 30 minutes until at last you reach the entrance of a cavern. It's very large. The most noticeable thing when you reach the entrance of this cavern is that, hold on, let me find this. Oh, I actually have some text I can read to you.
Story time.
And also some different sounds. So, you see the entrance to this cave, but you don't see any camp outside of it. You don't see any tools, you don't see any crates, you don't see any boxes. You just see an entrance. There's not a lot of room outside this area either. This path, you would expect maybe some opening, some ground zero right outside of it, but it's just a pathway that goes into this cave. Gundren pauses for a moment and says, maybe inside then. Maybe just a bit inside. This doesn't look like a fine spot for camp. Maybe they went inward.
Do you see anywhere that they could have even made camp? Like, looking around, is there a place that even would be suitable? Well, I'm sure they probably just went inside. And this is it, right? This is the right cave.
Aye, this is the place.
How big is this cave opening, like, compared to us? Like, am I looking up at this thing, or?
The entrance looks like it might be about 8 feet tall, so not too tall at all, and about maybe 6 feet wide.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's literally like the size of that wall.
Yep.
Well, it's, Gundren, I have to admit, it's a little less impressive than I had pictured in my mind.
Gundren looks uneasy.
That's not a slight against you.
No, I didn't take it as such. Just, I was hoping I'd find my brothers outside. Please, can we press on?
Sure.
What's the marching order?
I would let Gundren lead the way.
He will not hesitate and move in front of all of you and start moving in. Who's behind him?
I mean, if I was just right there talking with him, I would follow him.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd probably be behind Flynn with Wesley close.
I can tell.
Okay, and Wesley is next to Wedge, like you said.
Gundra, do you need a light? Anything?
I brought a hooded lamp. I can use that, unless you have something better.
I tug and let the cube kind of flop out, and make it light up.
Well, that'll work fine. That's a bright light, better than what I got. And he puts his hooded lantern
And
away.
it's just kind of dangling, going back and forth, depending on like how I walk. It's still under
It's a
work.
prototype.
Yeah. Mark 1.
Mark 1.
All right, we enter into the cavern. The entrance tunnel leads into a large natural cavern, supported by a pillar of rock. In the western part of the cave, behind the pillar, are 3 bedrolls and a heap of ordinary supplies. Gundren, seeing this immediately, and he looks a bit relieved and marches towards them. Among these supplies are sacks of flour, bags of salt, casks of salted meat, lanterns, flasks of oil, pickaxes, shovels, a lot of survival gear. Amid the supplies, Gundren pauses and sees the body of a dwarf. Looks like it's been here for a while. The northeastern section of the cavern is collapsed, forming a 10-foot wide and 20-foot deep pit. A sturdy hemp rope is tied around one of the 3 stalagmites in the cavern and dangles into this pit. You see Gundren kneeling down to this dwarven corpse. What do you do?
I'll walk over. Is it someone you know?
Tharden.
Any idea what happened?
He checks the body over.
I'll assist him. If he's like trying to like get around and look, I'll try and help him like.
I can't tell what got to him. It looks like it could be something sharp. Maybe something with sharp teeth. Something
Was it like teeth marks?
bladed.
I'll like look.
It looks like multiple things were stabbed and just slid him up.
shredded.
Yeah. And he lets out a deep sigh and says, "There's always risks involved with this type of thing, but you never really know it till you see it face to face. The only solace I can take," and he stands, "is that Nundro's not here. It's only Tharden." And he looks towards that hempen rope leading to a pit
Yeah.
and says, "Maybe he's deeper. I don't know what to expect when we go down, though." And looks back to his dead brother. What do you all do?
I try to console him and ask him if he's okay with this.
This was our dream. We wanted to find this place. We wanted to put our name on the map. We come here knowing the risks. I will not stop to grieve, and I will achieve what we tried to achieve.
We should probably say some words and maybe bury him. Is that what dwarves do? Do you all bury or?
Burials are common. In some cases, we do a pyre.
Maybe best not to do a pyre here and send up a big smoke signal, yeah?
Aye, and this may seem cold, but if this is a chance of Nundro's fate as well, I wish not to delay. A few quick words and we move on.
Sure. Well, we have plenty of shovels. We should be able to make quick work of it. We just don't want to leave this out and potentially attract something else.
A creature from outside, aye. Or from below, even.
Which, speaking of, which, maybe, wire up the entrance to the cave.
Yeah. I'll go over there, set the alarm, and are there any blankets or whatnot that's not being used?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do magic tinkering on those to make it look like kind of a camouflage entrance. Make it look like stone as well, so it's a little harder to see
For the entrance or where the body is?
for the entrance.
Okay.
Because you said it's pretty small entrance.
It's about as big as behind you, roughly. Yeah.
Yeah. So if I do use 2 things of magic tinkering, I can do 2 static images of rocks.
Sure. You'll have to keep those charges in use, though.
Yeah.
Just like the alarm. That's 3. I think you have 5.
3.
Oh, you only have 3? Okay, so all 3 are in use now. Gundren stands above his brother and says, "All right, we say something and move on. Please, a few words." He looks around expectantly. Nundren.
Nundren.
Wait, no, Tharden.
Tharden. Tharden was a dwarf, and he was good at digging and finding caves.
He was.
And was a good brother. Yep, great brother. And he died doing what he loved. He followed his passion, and we respect him for that. And now we perform the rite of shovels and return Tharden back to the earth from whence he came. Amen? Is that a thing? I've heard people say that.
Gundren walks up and gives your side 2 pats. It says, "Good words, lad. Good words."
Thank you. I reach in the stretch hole, pull out a shovel. I realize I pull out the tiny shovel, and I hand it to you.
I gladly accept it.
I reach in and I grab another shovel, forgetting about the ones that are already there. But this is a crime scene. We don't want to disturb it too much. There's evidence.
How, since we're in the mountain, is this loose dirt, or are we going to have to take...
There's no dirt anywhere.
It's all rock.
So pickaxes would be more appropriate?
Oh, we're not going to... We should probably...
I say we cover him with a bedroll and retrieve the body when we leave.
Maybe we cover them in rocks.
That would be...
Bedroll and then rocks.
I would like that.
Let's do that.
I'll use the shovel and Wesley, wrap him up in a sleeping bag.
Oh, sure. And he grabs a sleeping bag and just goes up to the body and just starts he's not delicate at all. He's just rolling the body around and
We
getting
need
around.
to keep an eye on him and make sure he doesn't try to like.
Oh, fuck. He might try to harvest some shit.
Try to take him.
Occasionally you see him look up at all of you, watching him do this and just going back to it.
Just keep an eye on him.
That he uses to keep stuff healthy with Grail, so we can. Oh,
Why are you whispering?
the rat he uses to keep stuff from rotting is with Sister Grail, so he can't really keep anything fresh.
Did we know that?
Yeah, you're the one that gave the leg to Sister Grail. We all
Oh, it was
agreed.
attached to it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We don't know how many rats he has in there.
Yeah, more come out.
There
each
could
day. That's a
be
good point.
at least 17 more cousins in there or some shit.
Wesley will ask Gundren a question while he's wrapping him up. As he says, "Mr. Gundren, if your brother could still help people, would you want him to?"
Wesley,
Oh,
not appropriate.
I'm sorry, Mr.
Can I see if I can just, like, when he asked that, did Gundren, like, look at the rest of us or, like, glance at the rest of us or anything?
Yeah, he looked at Wesley like,
If he catches my gaze, I'll just
Maybe not now, lad. He just gives him up.
And with that, I'm gonna walk over and kind of supervise the rest of the stuffing of the sleeping bag.
Okay.
I'll take the shovel, start
be a little more
grabbing some
gentle with it.
rocks.
It takes about 10 minutes of effort between all of you, but you cover him with a bag and you put some rocks on top of him, making a small makeshift grave. You give him a salute as well.
Dog sees that.
So, I guess before we start burying him, let me explain a little bit about Tharden. It looks like he was wearing a standard adventurer's outfit. He had a tunic with a little bit of leather armor on top of it, standard pants, nothing special about them. He was wearing a cloak as well. It looked
Don't tempt us to loot the body.
slightly fancy, but we're burying him with rocks, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we bury him with rocks, and it looks like a nice little makeshift grave.
Yeah.
All right.
Would anything have jumped out
Gundren.
as magical? Because I feel like he would have
Yeah.
picked up on that shit immediately.
Now you make an Arcana check if you were trying to. Were you thinking magic stuff while burying his body?
I mean, I'm always thinking magic stuff. I'm gonna ask just Gundren, hey, is there anything you want that before we bury him?
I'm like holding the first pile of rocks, like,
Because this cloak looks kind of fancy, fancier than the rest of everything he's wearing.
is it not shredded up as well?
No, it's
It's because it is fancy. It's a cloak of protection.
You're just gonna let us put that in the ground, huh?
if this is your dream, your
It's-
brother would probably want you to have it to protect your dream.
It seems odd looting him for anything, but it'll better our chances if we had such a tool. It wouldn't go good on me, though. I'm not a fighter.
It could be a nice hand me up. Hand me up. It's on the ground.
If any of you think you can take advantage of it, please.
I'm gonna delicately remove it from him.
As soon as you remove it, like my arms are like,
And who's up for?
So a cloak of protection is +1 AC and saving throws while wearing this. Pretty big deal. Wesley has a ring of protection. I believe you guys gave him already as well,
Yeah.
which does almost the same thing except it goes on your fingy.
So who's
how
up
tough
for?
are we looking?
With my shield on. Click, click, click.
What's your armor?
I feel like a 16 strong.
Okay.
I think I'm at 18.
All right. I say you take it. You're up in the shit. Right? And it's already dwarf size, so.
Oh, it's almost like it was
Yeah.
cut for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take good care of it. I'll call it the cloak of the Thundren?
100.
Tharden.
Tharden. Cloak of Tharden protection.
Tharden's stone cloak.
Tharden's stone cloak of protection.
Yes.
He nods at you again. It looks like he feels content knowing it's in good hands. Also, I think I have some map here I could show y'all. Let me polygon reveal and show you
Go
exactly.
on, reveal it.
We're getting there. I'm trying. Okay, activating map. Hope this works and I didn't biff something up and you fucking... Perfect. Okay. That little speck,
Oh, fuck.
that's where you guys are. That big open room, and you can see the pit at the northeast side of town.
Town?
Cave.
Cave.
Sorry. This is no town. It's so small.
How tall are the ceilings in here? Did it say?
About 20 feet in here.
Okay.
And you said there was a rope dangling down into a pit.
Hempen rope
Where's
tied
that?
off, dangling down in that pit to the northeast
Okay.
from one of the stalagmites.
Is that the only way forward?
I mean, you can use your own rope, but there's no other
well, I mean,
passageway.
there's
here.
not like hallways out of this room.
You have to go down that pit.
Looks like there's nowhere else to go.
So,
Did you finish trapping up the entrance?
Yep.
What is that? What did we have?
alarm on the well, 2 pieces of cloth making the entryway look like rocks. So from a distance, it'd be hard to spot. Get close, kind of easy to tell, with the alarm right on the inside of that. So if somebody comes in, we will know very quickly.
Is the alarm audible from that point, or does that ping you?
It's audible. It's like the ones I put in our rooms.
We'll hear it no matter where we're at in this cave.
It will echo.
Okay.
Like a wave?
It will echo like a wave. Hey, Wesley, can you use your magic tinkering to light up a rock and drop it down in that pit?
I,
'Cause mine are spent.
I guess I could, but that sounds kind of weird. How do I do that?
Why don't we just use a torch?
We could do that.
I'll grab a torch.
He knows how to do that.
I know he knows how to do it, but he's very rat enthused. If you want me to use one of our rats to be the little light?
No, we're gonna go with the torch.
Okay, I'll save Blinky.
Blinky.
He just drops a rat.
Lighted torch. And
New Wesley lore just dropped.
You light a torch and drop it to the bottom of this pit. Is that what you're doing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see about this pit. It's 20 feet deep. You drop a torch all the way down, and when it clunks against the ground, you could see it looks like some very small tunnels down at the bottom. 2 of them, one going north and one a bit northeast. You also see a body slumped against a wall down below. Doesn't look human or dwarf.
Uh-oh.
Ish. Human or dwarvish.
Do we see any movement?
Nope.
Do we hear anything?
Make a perception check.
How far down did you say it was?
20 feet.
It's not that bad.
I'm gonna probably regret this. I'm gonna take out my pocket watch
Mm-hmm.
and click it open and let my spider familiar go down there.
Okay.
Because I can cast it at 30 feet.
Uh-huh.
Sure.
So it's like right on the body. And I'm gonna ask, Flinner, how close are you to me?
I'll be right next to you.
I'm just gonna like, without really asking, kind of grab onto his coat and then close my eyes and look at the body. See what I
Okay.
can't tell.
Your little spider just scales down without any issue. It has spider climb. It's a little spider.
Yeah.
And you're looking through its tiny little spider eyes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When you get down there and look at this corpse, you could see it is a goblin.
Guys, it's a goblin.
It looks like it's dressed in filthy rags.
It's dressed in filthy rags.
It has an elongated skull with green streaks on its skin.
Got the long skull.
It's a fathead.
Freaks. I don't know what that means.
Streaky fathead. What the fuck?
All right, I'm gonna come out of it and then click my watch again and have my familiar come back to me.
When he snaps out of it, did something kill it again?
For once, no.
Right.
There might be no evil here.
What do I smell? What does it smell like in here?
Decay.
There's something evil in here.
You know what?
Sorry.
I'm going to use my cube, if we have a little bit of time, and cast Detect Magic. So,
You gonna take 10 minutes?
take 10 minutes, and it's bouncing around. And what you'll see is it starts to like scan 30 feet away, and just pings anything that is magic,
Okay.
or like spells or wards.
Besides on all of your persons, which you absolutely have magical things among you, you look around within your range to see if anything else is glowing.
Yeah.
And at the moment, no.
Okay. 10 minutes. So. Can they see the stuff light up too?
No, only you.
Okay.
It's like your eyes have a new enhanced ability.
All right. Nothing up here
Nothing up here. What?
that's magical. Well, except for stuff that we have, but no magical traps.
All right.
And it's up to 30 feet. Do I see anything magical down at the bottom of the pit? Since it's 20 feet?
No.
What all supplies did you say was over
Oh, a
at
whole
the
bunch.
campsite?
A ton of things. Lamp oil, pickaxes, shovels, lanterns, salted meat, bags of salt, flour. A whole lot of gear you expect if you were going spelunking.
Okay. Are there like ropes and stuff?
There's about another coil of 50-foot hempen rope as well.
Okay. I imagine there's probably also like pittons and stuff like that too.
Guess we just kind of gear up.
We should gear up. Wesley, you should probably get a grappling hook
Okay, I'll grab one.
and a rope.
I'll take the rope too. It
Is
will
there
be
more than one piece of rope over there?
only 50-foot, a 50-foot section.
All right. Hold on, Wesley. Let me have the rope.
Okay, you can have the rope then.
All right, look. I've got a bad feeling that somebody was following us and potentially followed us here. If I had to guess, it was either Halia or one of her little shit minions, or possibly even Gwen.
Yeah.
Clearly, they didn't want to be made known, but we don't know how close they would have gotten to the entrance of this cave. That being said, there's a lot of supplies here, but only one rope going down. Should someone want to take care of us, they would probably want to remove any way of us getting back up. I think and I'll kind of point off to the side, wall, like to the left, where because it's like the pit opens, but there's walls on either side.
Passage there.
Yeah.
There?
So like on that north side, I say we leave this rope here that's hanging down. That's the MacGuffin. That's the red herring.
Mm-hmm.
We get some pittons just in the wall on the side over here
Okay.
as handholds. So if someone comes and cuts this rope, maybe they won't see the pittons. We can still climb back out.
I like that. Are there any ladders already here as well?
There are no ladders here.
Seems like an oversight.
Since Gunner insisted on ladders, they would have already had ladders here as well.
I mean, they're quite cumbersome to carry around, though.
Carrying two.
Yeah, well, you have a weird butthole jacket.
It's true.
Good point. Good point. Yeah, I like that idea. I think it's
How
It'll
tall
be
is your
on-
ladder?
10 foot and one's a rope ladder.
Yeah, not enough. So this is potentially a little secret way for us to get back up and out of here should we need it.
Yeah.
All right. Wesley, just kidding. You can have that rope.
Okay, I'll grab. Actually, it might be too heavy for me at that point. I have the grappling hook though. Is that good?
That's great. You're doing great.
I'll put the rope in the
Put it in the stretch hole.
hole.
Okay.
And I'll grab, I'm assuming there's a hammer over there somewhere.
Oh yeah.
And I will kind of lean over the edge and kind of hammer in the first couple of pittons, and I'm just going to start slowly making my way down, hammering these suckers in. And I'm going to make them not perfect. Like I want to try and have them blend in a little bit, if possible, with this little side wall.
You're trying to get him in deep.
Deep enough that we could handhold on them. I mean, that's what they're for.
Okay. You hammer him in kind of at an angle, trying to put him to where you have to be just peering over this cliff edge to see anything poking out. So not straight out, but maybe like slanted out.
Mm-hmm.
And
Slanted probably up.
slanted upward. Okay.
So in a downward force,
Yeah.
it's not going to come out as easy.
You position as you get comfortable, kind of going down and putting these, and chung, chung, echoes with every hit. Cling, cling as you go.
When I finish the first one,
Mhm.
You think this is a good idea?
Yes. I'm going to give you some leather so that you can fold over and muffle the sound. But it's
That
not metal
sounds-
on metal.
That's a good idea. Yeah, so I'll take the leather
Mhm.
and do that.
But just so you guys know, I have 3 things of rope on me now. So, you have rope, he has rope.
I'm going to pause for a second, and I want to listen to see if I hear anything moving or any additional different sounds or anything after making that noise.
Make a perception check.
18.
You pause and listen for a moment. 2, 3, 4 seconds go by, and you hear Gundra's voice. Is everything all right?
That was just a bit louder than I had hoped.
It's pretty echoey.
I'm not going to indulge that joke anymore. So I'm just making sure nothing is. I'm just listening.
How far away
Nothing.
is the entrance to where we are right now?
You are. If you guys are in the middle of this big old cavern, it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, it's more than 100 feet away.
Okay.
I want to take the leather that he has and fold it up, and I'm not going to lean over and do it. I'm just going to take it to the wall, just over here to the side, and I'm going to lightly tap it first, and I want to see how much noise it's making.
Okay, using the leather to muffle that sound as you place it around while clanging, it's more like sudden like goom, goom, muffled clanks instead. It's not echoing, it's not near as loud, but it definitely makes a good chunk of sound still. Kind of like shooting a gun with a silencer as opposed to just a gun. Because you hear the pshoo, pshoo sound. You just don't hear that.
You know what? We better be safe. Better safe than sorry. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. I reach into my pouch. I pull out a scroll. Unfurl it. I read the text off of it. It vanishes. You know what? I'm gonna say I'd like to think it kind of does a small little burn, a little
Yeah, sure.
burns away, and in front of me, 20-foot cube that I'm gonna center halfway down, so 10 feet up, 10 feet down.
Mm-hmm.
Scroll of silence. I'm using.
Okay.
And for the duration, no sound can be created within that orb.
Deaf silent in there. Not even a whisper can be heard in that cube.
So, how long do you think it's going to take for this to all happen?
What he's doing?
Yeah.
Cast that scroll?
So
Seconds?
cast the scroll, hammer in the pittons, and all that stuff.
6 seconds for the scroll. Hammer the pittons, maybe 3 minutes. Don't take long.
Okay. Do you think that would be enough time for me to let my spider out and for not really doing a web, but doing like a single string down the middle of the just on the ground. One string of web. And down into the pit.
From the top to the bottom?
Yeah.
One string? Sure.
Yeah, so as we walk, the spider will continue to lay a thread.
Oh, so you could trace it back.
That and he's got web sense. While in contact with a web, the spider knows the exact location of any other creature in contact with the same web.
Yeah, you could do that, but I'll say it will not give you web sense. One string is not a web. It would have to do a lot more than that.
Okay. But I can use it as a way to track our way back.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think, can spiders do that? They can retract the butt web?
They can't
I don't know if they
retract
can
it, but they
retract
can
it.
follow it.
Okay, they can follow? Okay, good
Yeah.
enough. Good enough.
It doesn't go back in.
You could always send it ahead to scout, too.
Yeah, because it's worked so well in the past.
My scroll of science lasts for 10 minutes,
Mhm.
so I'll try and
Plenty of time.
Yeah.
Plenty of time as you, without a peep, hammer those pythons in all the way down. Pittons.
and yeah, I'll go all the way till I get to the bottom. And again, I'm trying to. It's not like left, right. It's kind of like right, and like left, and then I'm just trying to make it kind of random so that if somebody is just looking down here, that
They're not
they,
going to see a clear
they won't
path.
see a clear path. It doesn't jump out as an obvious set of handholds.
You're taking your time doing this, right? Or are you trying to do a rush job?
As long within 10 minutes.
Okay, as long as it's within 10 minutes, plenty of time, you don't have to make a check for it, you're able to do that with ease.
I'll get down to the bottom and I'll shout up. All right, it's done. You guys don't hear shit.
Yeah, that's in the cubes. I was going to say it's in the cube still. Is anyone looking over the edge at him doing this?
Yeah.
You see his
think he's
mouth
done
moving.
yet?
He's down. I see him.
Are you
this?
fucking with me?
I don't hear nothing.
Are you done?
I think I can hear them.
Yeah?
Let's see. No sound can be created within or pass through. So yeah, I don't hear
Oh, no,
you.
you don't hear them either.
I think he wants to talk to you.
Walk over to the
He's
edge.
like, show me the number one guy.
I don't think that's what he meant.
It's like mid sentence, it'll kind of disappear. You can come down here.
Oh, you ready?
Oh, the spell. Damn it. We've been in town for too long.
Forgotten how to do this.
And I'll turn around and fuck. I forgot this
It's a corpse right
thing
there.
was. Oh, I'm gonna look at it.
Got a long skull, green lit streaks around it. Those streaks actually look very similar to the energy you saw surrounding that wagon you saw before on the way to Crackmall Castle.
Interesting.
Tonk will make his way down the rope.
You climb the rope down? Okay, no checks. It's
I'm
all
gonna
good.
pull out my
Same
rapier
thing with Wesley and myself.
and kind of take the hilt of. I'm gonna turn it around backwards, basically, and kind of.
Just shuffles a little bit.
I'm gonna do its head. It's weird. It's gross.
its head just tilts a bit.
Is it wearing any kind of like? Is it naked?
Rags, torn rags.
The streaks, is it swirly like the wagon thing?
No, just
Or-
bright green.
Just bright green, so his head's kind of glowing.
It's not glowing. It's just kind of bright. I don't know how to really explain it. It's
The rest of his head is like a darker
Sorry.
green, and he just has like stretch marks.
looks like a bright tattoo.
Okay.
And Wesley climbs down the rope as well. So does Gunther.
All right. Well, here's the second
Corpse.
weird.
Can we tell how he died? Probably, possibly. Was he stabbed?
Make a medicine check.
Gonna use it. Make sure this is 20.
Tonk, you can participate if you want. You medicine check him. You gonna get up and inspect wounds.
No. Tonk's gonna look around other than
16.
the body.
Sure.
13.
I'll tell you what you see. 16, 13? Okay. DC wasn't that hard. You need a 12. Examining the corpse, you can pretty clearly see how it died. You see puncture wounds all over. Just
Like arrows or like a rapier.
Much smaller and precise. Maybe like thorns were stuck on this thing somehow.
But no signs of thorns.
Nope, not a single thorn around here.
Gundren, your other brother,
Nundren.
Nundro.
Nundro. Nundi.
Which is
It
it?
sounds like you're just making it up at this
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
It's Nundro.
Nundro. All right. Is he a competent fighter or spellcaster?
He was the muscle of the group.
Okay, maybe Nundro did this.
I'm gonna get Bug out. Just in case.
I'll turn and look down the north hallway.
Oh yeah, Tonk was looking around. Well, you guys were expecting that body. Tonk, you see two choices here. The passageways get really small. It looks like if you were to walk down either of these tunnels, swinging your weapon would be difficult. Like the ceiling's like maybe 5 foot tall, and you're walking through passages maybe 3 feet wide, 4 feet wide. So we're getting close.
It's very roomy in here.
But you see two ways you can go. There's a passageway to the north, if I can select it. Right here, you can start squeezing through. There's a passageway to the east. You can start squeezing through. But they're in opposite directions. You can go either one.
This is bullshit. This is way too tight. Gundren, you sure you're positive this is the place? Before we go squeezing our asses through
Yeah.
this.
Do we go left or right? According to your maps.
If I had any doubts before, seeing Tharden here sealed the deal. This is it. As far as where to go from here, I only knew the location of the place. The inner workings, we're on our own.
Glad we brought you. So much help.
I'm glad you did too.
You know what? Which way do you think we should go? You're quite the spelunker, yeah?
And you know your brothers better than we do.
Anytime I've entered a cavern or cave, I've made the choice to... You pick a direction, and you stick to it. So you go into a place you're not familiar with. You take a right, you keep taking rights. Until you can't take any more rights. That way you can do a whole perimeter of a place. Or left. But never, if you have 3 ways to go, straights. Always pick a direction, always take it when you can.
Is that really a rule that you've lived by?
That's how you don't get lost.
That's how you go in a circle.
Yeah, but you always eventually find your way out.
Well, we know the way. Well, if we're deeper in. I want to walk up to each one and just give it a good,
A good sniff.
which way smells less awful?
Make a survival check.
$17.
Everyone sees Flynn walk up to the northern way and just just take a deep sniff, and then proceed to do the same on the eastern path. Flynn, smelling both of these directions, it smells just mildewy in both ways. But you think maybe, just maybe, you hear this
has a draft or something.
to the more eastern path. You feel like you hear the sound of some, like, it's very low. It's like sound kind of echoing through the cave to the east. To the north, it's a bit more quiet.
There's a whooshing sound that way. That way, it's just nothing. They both smell like a pig's asshole.
Let's go to the south. 'Cause at least we're heading towards something. So we
Yeah.
take what Gundren says. We keep taking rights.
All right. To the east, yeah?
Aye.
Wesley, what do you think?
I mean, is there anything in these stones that you can glean from... I don't know.
Don't you have like a stone sense or something?
Oh, stone cunning.
Does that help in this situation?
I think it just kind of gives me more of the origins of said stone. Yeah, the origin of the stone. So I don't know that. I mean, I look at the ground and see if I can see maybe a more traveled path.
Make a survival check. Let's see if somehow Mr. Tonk Stone Dong can see there's some traveling here.
15.
15. It's very difficult to tell in this environment. There's not a lot on the ground to go off of. You might be used to some sort of dust or some rubble being pushed to the side. But just looking at both these paths, there's not a lot of rubble in the way of either one of them. So they could both be traveled fairly recently or frequently, or they could both have been left alone for who knows how long. But they look about the same.
Can't do anything with the stones.
All right, we head down Whoosh Avenue then.
Whoosh.
To the east?
Okay, we venture to Whoosh Avenue. Let me reveal what we see. As you start going down this path, it's very tight. This is not a place you want to fight something. Puts all of you on a little bit of edge. This is the first time you've been in an enclosed space like this. I need to know your marching order.
Well, Gundren's out front.
You want Gundren in front?
Yeah.
Gundren
He said
actually,
he's not much of a fighter.
before you step in, Gundren says, I'm not quite comfortable being in the front. If something attacks, I don't know if I could stop it.
I can go.
There we go.
I'm gonna follow behind Tom to make sure he has plenty of light, kind of behind him, so he can see the way.
I'll bring up I'll just kind of gesture for everybody else to go in.
Is there enough room for Bug and I to walk side by side? And Bug's behind me.
Wesley will go behind Bug, and Gundren will walk in after Wesley goes in. And then Flynn follow up?
Yeah, I'll take one last look around, look up. Go in.
You head through this tight tunnel. It doesn't take long. You go about maybe 30, 20 feet until... that's a weird reveal. Come on, Polygon, work with me. You find yourselves at another crossroads. You see a passage, if you continue on straight where you're going, it looks like it starts opening up quite a bit. No longer tight. At this fork, it's actually a bit wider. You got about maybe 10 feet of space that finally opens up. But you see another passage to the north as well that you could traverse down.
Going to the right?
Well, I mean,
Or
I guess
straight.
it depends on how you look at it. If it's straight, that goes against everything Gundren stands for.
He said if there's three ways.
Well, there technically is. There's the way we came, and then these two ways.
He does have a point.
But I don't think you count the way you came.
Gundren, does the way we came count?
It's always a path.
Don't be fucking cryptic with me.
I say we go straight.
I would defer to all of you for this at this
Of
point.
course.
We'll keep going.
Master
What's straight?
Spelunker, lead the way.
We'll go to the wider.
Okay.
Yeah.
We enter the big room. This room opens up quite a bit.
Maybe it's just like whole right side of the screen. Boom.
Reveal a little bit more with my polygon tool.
Polygon tool.
Okay. Let's see what you discovered here. 4 tunnels intersect at this 30-foot high cavern. The walls are carved with simple reliefs showing dwarf and gnome miners at work. Nearly 24 skeletons and rusted scraps of armor are scattered across the cavern floor. Some are dwarf skeletons, while others appear to be remains of larger individuals. Half a dozen large unlit brass lanterns stand in niches or on ledges around the cavern.
I still have my detect magic up.
Uh-huh.
Is it detecting anything?
Nope.
What do you think happened here?
Are there any battle wounds or something that we can tell from the skeletons? Like spears, arrows sticking out of the bodies?
This looks like the sign of a great battle at some point way in the past.
Okay.
Some bones are chopped in half, some are crushed, some are wholly intact, but are just, again, on the ground.
All right, let's not fuck with anything here. You don't want to mess with the ancient dead, right? That's just bad juju. Wesley, don't touch anything.
Yeah, he was the culprit last time. Don't touch any. Don't take anything.
Oh, I'm not. I'm just staying with you guys.
Wesley,
He gets in close.
you do me a big favor.
Of course I can.
Right? Can't let me down this time.
I won't, Mr. Flynn. If you ask it, I'll do it.
Right, and that means I'm asking you first. Therefore, if somebody else asks you after, you cannot then betray our alliance.
But what if they really want me
Fuck
to do
off.
the thing?
Yes or no?
So if someone else says something against what you say, do what you say.
Yes.
What if it's Mr. Ravenden?
Don't care.
He looks over at you, Wedge. You see Wesley just...
I kind of give him a approving nod, like, it's okay.
Okay, what'd you say? That's what goes.
Don't let Tonk steal anything from this room.
Okay.
All right. We should keep moving.
To the right.
All of you shift right and try to continue heading east. But, as you take a step and try to pursue into the next room, you hear a buzzing sound.
I didn't touch anything.
It's kind of loud. Zzz, zzz. I think it's much more louder. Zzz, zzz. And then echoey.
Small pointy wounds. Small pointy wounds.
As you turn and look,
Wasp or bees
it's
or-
almost too late. As you see, almost just coming down right onto you are 6 sturges, which are essentially like massive insects.
Gigantic mosquitoes.
Oh.
That's what we're going to call it for the evening, though.
I gotta think about that for 2 weeks.
Ugh.
They're bombardiering right on top of you now. It'll be a surprise round next week,
No!
but
Where'd
that's
they
where
come
that's where
from?
we're ending it.
Hell yeah. It's good to be back.
Yep.
Most of us.
We're in the Wave Echo Caves. We're here. It's so big. Do you see that? You see that tiny little
Ugh.
that little sliver up there?
What do they look like?
Did you pull up a sturge?
They look like bats.
Let me see if I have one. I could show the stream here. I probably pulled one up, right? I added it to the NPC list because I wanted y'all to see how gross it was.
It didn't work. I think I tried that last time too, and it didn't work.
No. Oh,
It's
monsters?
disgusting.
I did. Here you go. I should have said these. Damn, that would have been pretty good. You see these beelining at you. They make bzzz sounds.
Ugh. It looks like a flying possum bat.
I had a Sirenscape sound for it, but it was really fucking annoying, so
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it. All right. That's good stuff. Y'all got anything? Got anything to talk about for next week, weeks after? Anything y'all want to say before we get out of here?
Nope.
We'll all
Good
be
to
here
go.
in 2 weeks.
We'll all be here in 2 weeks, right? Right, Wedge?
I don't know if you 100% will be. We were
In
supposed
2
to talk
weeks,
about
yes. In 2 weeks, yes.
that. Okay, and Wesley will be too, I believe. I believe he'll be fun. Are we good for Saltmarsh on Friday?
As far as I'm aware.
All right, we're good for Spelljammer as well. I think we'll have everybody. We might miss a Sal, not 100% on that, but we'll be back Wednesday with some more D&D. Check out the Spelljammer campaign we got going on. It's pretty cool so far. I'm running them through Spelljammer Academy. There's some official Spelljammer stuff. It's pretty fun so far. That's going to lean in some other stuff later and a lot of homebrew stuff way later on. We're trying to take this one to 20. That's
You're going to 20 with it?
That is my plan
Jeez.
with our Spelljammer game.
Brave soul.
I have no idea what to expect. I've never ran really high level stuff. Level 12 was tough for my burn
Never got
scouts.
past 4.
You better put them on a fast track with some level and be in that campaign for
Like
6
3 or
years.
4 years. Yeah, it's gonna be a minute. I know, but we'll get there because I want to see what it's like. Salt Marsh on Friday. As far as I know, we're doing that still. We're on a boat. We're checking stuff out. We found a haunted ship. Give that a look if you want to see where it goes. I'm super excited to see what we're gonna find on this ship out in the middle of nowhere. It had like I don't want to give details. You just check it out if you want to check it out. That's really all I got. I can't think of anything else.
Like, comment, subscribe. Oh, and we might be going back to doing streaming on Twitch as well.
That's
still
right.
on YouTube, but also Twitch.
I figured out how to do simulcasting on our Wednesday game. On the computer we use for the studio here, though, it's a little behind, so it's having trouble doing Twitch as well, but I'll look into that. We might be on there, too, if you like watching there. Instead, go for it. We're going to be in both places. That is all I have. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye. Oh, I used my inspiration, too. I remember to use it.
Yay!